we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Darling Walter Riley, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Shout out to Jet Shelley, thank you for being here. Miss Goldie Robinson, Lashana Alexander. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees, my Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town drivers, and over the road long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Please continue to go over to Troy's channel, support his channel, and vibe with the king, right? Shout out to my wife, which is Shakira's Fair on YouTube. I'll put her link in as well. Go over to her channel. Shout out to all the people who've been going over there, hitting the subscribe button and raising her numbers. I appreciate you greatly. All right. I don't know my wife already. She feels this. She don't ask me for no promo or nothing. And I'm like, babe, people pay me to do promos, and she right there, and she won't she won't use me as her resource, because that's just how wifey is. So when you hear me asking you, it's not because she asked me to ask you, it's because I believe that it's my duty to uplift my wife while I uplift myself, right? So support your partner. That's how it goes. A lot of us have people right next to us, whether it's your lover, your friend, your bestie, your cousin, your brother, who they have dreams, goals, and visions. And when they tell you about them, you don't support them. You over here liking, oh, it's this celebrity's birthday. Happy birthday, King. It's DJ Khaled's birthday. Happy birthday, King. Big up to yourself and all this. So and so put out a new record. You sharing it everywhere, and your own person right there. And you never lick a share upon them business. When they put up them IG something, you never put a share on there. You don't tell nobody about it. That's foul as hell. And I think that is foul as hell, right? So them kind of people that you like X them out of your life, or you love them from a distance. Not everybody is going to understand your plan for yourself and your vision for your future and your now. So they're not going to ride with it. And sometimes the people that are closest to you really don't want to see you succeed. They're just there. They're there for the ride in case anything goes good. Them can say, yes, I enjoyed some of it and I was a part of it. And then if things go bad, they'll fall back and be like, well, I'm going to tell us it never gonna work still, but try again, my brother. I've always been here for you. You know, that kind. So shout out to the people who wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. We're not just talk it, we walk it. And if you're not walking it, then a hot air you blowing into the atmosphere. You understand? All right, as real as it gets. Here we are this morning, man. I got a lot to talk about this morning. We have a lot to talk about this morning. This thing y'all gonna get kind of itchy. I've been getting some good sleep, people. I don't know if you could tell. I'm feeling well relaxed and all that. I guess the break is doing me pretty well. Sure, it's doing wifey well as well. So here's the topics for this morning. Before I go shout out my other peoples and then we get into the topics. We're going to talk about Spice, dancehall queen Spice. Put out a message yesterday that she is going to be headlining. She is booked. She said, Canada, I will see you soon. And she is going to be headlining the LGBTQ Pride Festival in Canada. Jet Shelley, big up and thank you. I appreciate you so much. So she is going to that festival. She is headlining the festival. This is dancehall music headlining Canada's LGBT Pride Festival. Maria's Products, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Sizzla Kalonji. Rastaman Sizzla. Rastaman don't apologize to nobody, boy. This thing Selassie then have Sizzla Kalonji has words to say, all right, about all what are going in the atmosphere of reggae dancehall music and the switching and the itching and the colors flying that don't look like red, gold, and green and these kind of things. All right. And then we're going to talk about Young Dolph. Touch on that loosely. My other channel, which is Hot Topics TV, actually will cover this stuff more in depth. As I told you before, that's the channel where I don't do any Caribbean stuff. Nothing from the Caribbean diaspora, no Jamaica, nothing over there. I don't even talk like this when I'm over there. So some people are over there like, SouFlo this? SouFlo this you? SouFlo, you have one next channel? It's me, Hot Topics TV. Okay, and I'll talk more in depth about it. For instance, today I will do a video about Young Dolph, Mo3, and King Von. For those of you who follow rap and hip hop, Young Dolph, Mo3, King Von, all are signed to the same label. All of them died in November. Leave it there so. On to the next one. Check my Hot Topics TV channel for that one when I finish doing that today and put it up. And then Shabdon gets bail. Shabdon is the record music mogul, executive producer out of Jamaica that was caught with the gun thing. And yeah, we're going to talk about all of that this morning. Before we get into that though, let me shout out some more people as more people continue to come in. Come on in, my family. Big up on yourself. Good morning. Woke up out of my bed. Looked around. This is what I said. Thank you, Lord. God in our heart. Lashonda Alexander again, thank you for being here this morning. Good goodies is in the building. King Biggs, morning fam. Reasoning with intelligence, yes. Lovely Anika, good morning. Robro, thank you for being here. Craig Bailey is here. TB Ford is in the building. Jody Sams is in the building. Sexy Body Daya. Truckers Up. Mystic Lion is in the building. Marcia Waters is here. Doc65 is here. Fallon Carrington is in the building. I haven't seen your name in a while. I hope you're doing well. Andrea Humphrey is in the building. And AG Born Jamaican, Steve Wright, Michael Latibudin. Forgive me for frigging up your name. Latibudir is in the building. Tell me if I say it right. K Young is in the building. Mr. Article Dunn is in the building. SXM721 and Paula Mack and George Antoine is in the building. Kai Peaks. Good morning. Massive and crew with there. All right. Clean D there. Whoopi B there. All right. Anika Dice there. Hot and Spicy is in the building. Ross Jada is here. Voice of Reasoning is here. And Simone Dawson is here. Bancroft Grant is here. Shout out to the people who are here. If I didn't call your name this morning, it's because we can't call name all morning. We got to get on with the show. All right. And big up the people them leaving the donations. We appreciate you greatly. You already know it don't take just mouth water to make the thing go. Teamwork make the dream work. Yes. D-Mac, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go this morning. Let's start off with one that probably might not mean so much to this audience. So I'm going to keep that one short. Yesterday, the rapper Young Dolph passed away in his home state in Tennessee. I'm having a blank moment because I already covered that on the next channel, but may have some more in-depth stuff to cover about this, like I told you earlier. So Young Dolph lost his life yesterday in Memphis. Thank you. Thank you, Lashonda Alexander. Memphis, Tennessee. He lost his life yesterday. And the thing about that situation is this. Okay, he was 36. He left behind a lot of money, millions of dollars for his 2 children that he had and wifey. His family is going to be set financially, but that ain't the part. 7 days ago, that brother was standing in front of a shop at which another brother opened as a entrepreneur businessman in his community. So you go around there and you say, may I try to give my brother a strength? And he did a little video. Drop. Good morning. We're live on the air.
Morning, SouFlo, morning,
my family.
Pick up the morning show. Yeah, man. Want to talk about Young Dolph, black and black crime once again.
Yeah.
Black lives don't matter.
At all.
And guess what?
Not to black people anyway.
All them up for the sign to Empire Records and guess who signed to them to? Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD was Dolph's cousin. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because Dolph was actually born in Chicago.
Mac Miller too. Him signed to them too.
Yeah, brother.
So
Black and
they
black.
must say under sight is a sacrifice.
Boy, I'm gonna talk about that more later. War out now.
Yeah, so
All war.
may I tell you,
All
so
war.
it coming like an all-out war is waged against us. We're a cursed people enough.
No man, I don't believe that. Me dash show that one time. Don't say that, brother.
If you read Deuteronomy 28,
Mm-hmm.
we were the original people, the Hebrew Israelites, God's chosen people, and we disobeyed his covenant.
Aye.
If you read Deuteronomy 28, so a curse was put upon us from the Almighty Creator.
Sights.
He said, we are going to be at the front and we're going to be put at the back. If you read Deuteronomy 28, it explains it. So
Alright.
a curse has been put on us from the Almighty Creator. That's why you see all this about the abuse from home and us killing us and the corruption. So we have to do something collectively as a people to break the curses. That may I get into now.
All right. Good. I'm gonna say something to you like this. See? If I cannot live my life going around saying to myself that I am a cursed person or my people are cursed, because if me believe from day one say I am cursed and foster that mentality, then I'm gonna live like I'm cursed. I mean, me have nothing to lose. Kill or be killed, murder, dash, west, slap, rape, pillage, plunder. We all gonna die one day anyway. So if I came to earth cursed beyond my control, then what's the use of trying to be good? So that's why I pin that one right there. So there's a lot of things in the Bible, my friend, where kind of twisted and contradictory in the same book. So, and I know people are gonna say, oh, it's all about interpretation and all these things. No, there are blatant in the Bible contradictions in the same book.
Right.
So you can't tell me say
the Old Testament contradicts the New Testament.
As it should, but I'm talking about in the each testament itself. However, I understand where you're coming from with that, and I don't have to say I'm a Bible thumper and I believe in the Bible to hear and understand what you're saying.
But
see?
So I'm just speaking from history.
Yes.
Because I'm a historian. I study history a lot. So if you study the past, you will see. But I'm not going to put crosses on us and say, yes, we are damn people and just write off like a trash can.
Right.
No, we're not going to write yourself off onto that we're damned and we're cursed. But if you study history, because you have to study your past to know where you're going in the future and to know who you are as a present person.
True.
You cannot ignore history. But we have a lot of work to do as a people individually and collectively to break the curse and to move forward.
Facts. You are right. Absolutely
Continuing
right.
from the morning show from yesterday, I don't want to seem like I'm insensitive towards the Latin bakers and tomatoes people, but we have to individually and collectively work towards a change.
Yes, indeed, my brother. Indeed. You said it.
It's just, we have a lot of work to do as Black people. We have a lot of work to do. We have to work harder than the other races.
Yeah.
So, get yourself back on a level. You understand? Because it seems like we're declining as a people. We're starting to accept so much things that is wrong. And then we say, I saw it go. We're just accepting wrongness. And that is part of the problem.
Yes.
You have to say, no, that is wrong, and let's do something to change, but only action will change.
True.
I was raised in a family that said, don't do what I do, but do what I say. I saw them raise me in a SouFLo. Don't do what I do what I say. And their actions have been contradicting what they've been saying since I've been a child.
Right.
So I was raised in a very abusive family from a little bit brother.
True. True.
So I've been traumatized. I am the living example.
True.
Everything when you talk about on this show, me live it, brother.
True. All right, my brother.
So I'm speaking of myself, you understand? So
right.
I do, every day I work on myself.
And you are right on point. You are right on point. You are right on point. Consciousness.
So Young Dolph situation is not going to end. Mixie Hustle died 2 years ago, right in April after my mother's birthday, because my mother born April 2nd. The day after April Fool's Day, you understand?
Right.
So it's just a continuous cycle. You understand? It's like a conveyor belt. It's like a conveyor belt. We're the one that create these demons. We're gone from being 5%er in the 80s as God bodies because a lot of my uncles and cousins that used to live in New York in the 80s were God bodies, 5%ers. We've gone from being 5%ers to now we're demons.
Yeah. That's when we used to speak to each other and say, we used to say,
God.
We used to be like, what's good, God? Or what's up with the God?
Yeah.
We used to refer to each other as God. What's the mathematics for the day?
On earth. Rakim, if you study Rakim and them man, brother, you see the big chain when the man used to wear a gun, they used to represent themselves as like Egyptian pharaohs, and they used to wear all them gold chain and all them gold. So is that what you used to represent? And now we're representing demonizing ourselves and women are prostitute themselves and all kinds of wine love. It's just a complete difference from the 80s, from when I was growing up.
We are in a pickle. True talk.
We're stuck in it, man. We're stuck in it, and we're going down a rabbit hole, brother. And we are talking about agendas. These agendas have been pushed on us from slavery days, and I just know them have an agenda, brother. So I don't know why everybody has fake like to them woke.
Like it's new.
These fake woke to this. Everybody have one like to them so woke.
Yeah. Yeah.
This agenda has been pushed on us from the beginning of time, brother. So it's not just now with coronavirus vaccination. You understand? Oh, well, we don't want to go there. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But
here let me go on with the show. And you can call back if you have time and you feel like it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Bless.
Big up yourself.
All right. So, all right, let me continue with the Young Dolph stuff. And like I said, he pretty much said all. He pretty much said everything. But check it. What saddens me is the fact that how he went out. So this another brother opened a cookie shop, and I saw because I follow him and I listen to his music, and I've been listening to his music from. He had one of the biggest songs with OT Genesis and all of them, summer 2016. Right? Summer 2016 is when I met my wife. And we turned up from that summer till a couple of summers later. And each summer we have a playlist that reminds us of that particular summer, 2017, 2018, 2019, so on and so forth. So this young brother was independent, owns all his masters. So like I said, financially, his family is going to be okay. His children are going to be okay. However, he was trying to use his star power to lend business. This is doing what you're supposed to do. This isn't getting rich and switching. This isn't getting rich and running away from your people, because he could have done that. He has the money and the resources and the connections to go live a Hollywood life, to go live up in them communities where people don't speak to you in there because they really didn't want you there. However, you're perfectly safe there because what? You have to drive across a long bridge to get to that neighborhood. First of all, you have security checkpoints along the way. You have some big electric gate. You have to swim across waters to reach them neighborhood there and all that. He chose not to separate himself like that. He stayed around his people. I mean, he didn't live in a ghetto or in the hood, but he stayed around his people, as in going back, pulling young youths out. If you hear his story, man, go listen to my video. The youth come from 2 crack parents and all these things. So built himself up. Right? And here he is trying to help his brother. He posted a friggin' video on IG and said, this cookie shop right here, this the bomb. This my spot. Hey, if you in the city, come get this right here, right? He's trying to build up the man business. The ops, as they call it, your enemies, those who wait and plot and wait and plot and lay wait for you, bleach for you. They were doing just that. They watched his IG reels. They said, oh, that's the cookie shop you always go to? Okay. So if he always go there, all we got to do is always frequent there. We'll catch him there eventually. And guess what? They did. The man was doing nothing but walking in to go buy cookies. And him all them cookies and them light up the place with him in it. Right? I've seen the other video clips now, surveillance cameras picked up. You can't tell who did it. I'm pretty sure they won't be catching them people that, because when me say fully mask up and me I look for everything, me blow up the picture and I can't even tell if it's a black person or a white person. I can't even tell, me can't tell a what or a who, right? So it looked kind of a waste still, but the brother was trying to do good and uplift his own people. And I watched a video of him yesterday where two people who work at a fast food place, they were, you know, the work gets stressful. You can play like a music on a job or something. The manager came in and caught those two people playing his music. I think he has a song called Get Rich. And they were playing Get Rich in the back while they were working. The manager fired both of those employees for playing that music on the job. You know what he did? Somebody contacted him and told him, yo, Dolph, they fired two employees out here, man, two fast food workers from the joint that we go to all the time to go pick up some food. And Dolph was like, find them and bring them to me. He was having a huge concert. He was headlining a huge concert. He took both of them employees on the stage. He said to the people out there, these two employees right here, they didn't do nothing wrong. All they did was play my music while they on the job. They was trying to make the day go by fast. They working, they progressive and productive, right? All right, they got fired for that. Well, here what? I can't give you a job for the rest of your life. I can't take care of you for the rest of your life, but this is what I could do for you. You know what the brother did? $20,000 a piece, cash. The two of them start crying. I mean, this concert is huge. I'm talking thousands, it's like 50,000 people in the audience. Stops the show. $20,000 a piece. But you know, he played it up because he's like, I know that manager getting money because he a manager, but he ain't getting money like Young Dolph. So watch this. And although it might be a publicity stunt, he was that real kind of a person. So when I did the video yesterday, I said war is going to break out in Memphis, because when a boss dies, enough head roll. When somebody who feeds a lot of people dies, it's all out war. You just took away food from, you know how much people food gets stopped right now? You know how many people right now got to go look for another way? You know how many food get boxed out to how many people mouth right now? So of course war is gonna start. But Young Dolph was a good dude, man. Young dude, 36 years old, well accomplished in his own right, really got it out the mud, really came up from the bottom, self-made, for real self-made. And they took him out. See, that's the problem with our people. Let me end the Young Dolph segment by saying this. Michael Blackson, who is a comedian, if y'all don't know him, Michael Blackson said yesterday, why do y'all keep dishonoring your ancestors by taking each other's lives? And I replied to Michael Blackson's comment by saying, the difference between you and your brothers on this side is that they have no connection to Africa, because I follow Michael Blackson as well. Mr. When him travel go to Africa, he's there all the time. And he's not ashamed to let you know he's African, right? Even though he was raised in the US, he is African and he stays in touch with Africa. So him go back home, go wash him hand, sit down with the family, dip him hand in the fufu and dip it in the fish sauce and whatever, and eat same way. He don't play no superstar when he go home, and they don't allow him to do that either. They still dress the same traditional dress that they wear, both his mother and his father and his whole family and all that. Our brothers over here lost that. We don't have that connection. We not talk about ancestors and honoring ancestors and don't take your brother life because you're dishonoring your ancestors when you do stuff like that. And that is what it is, man. That is what it is for us. Like the caller said just now, though, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. It's not that we're cursed. It's more like we're cursing ourselves. For those of us who choose to live this type of a life, we're cursing ourselves. And let me say this before I switch topics. You don't have to pick up a gun and shoot your brother and your sister for you to be dishonoring your ancestors. You see, when you go slandering and talking foolishness about people trying to tear down your brothers and your sisters that are trying to uplift themselves and trying to uplift others like them, you must understand what you're doing. All right, this is a spiritual thing, so you must understand what it is that you're doing. These energies that you put out, even when you with your little Twitter fingers and your comments, you must understand what it is that you're doing. So if you feel happy dishonoring your ancestors and living this kind of life like a cursed person, then woe be unto you. God go with you. Me now try go with you. I'm trying to be the best me that I can be in every single way possible. All right. And it includes uplifting my people and myself. Now, with that one, let's move on to the next one. Kai Peak says the ones that are trying to uplift others and promote being self-made or self-reliant, they always take them out. And the sad part is there's always one of us that's willing to tear down the whole house for whatever the reason is. If they come to me right now and them say, SouFlo, listen, I got 100,000 US. I know you can do it, and you get close to him all the time. I want you to take him out. I'm gonna give you the weapon to do it, everything like that. And I look at them and I say, hell no, I don't care if you give me $100 million. That's not in my bloodline. I don't do that. There will be somebody standing right next to me, one of our own, that will quickly say, what? How much? Nigga, give me half of that shit. Give me not even half. Just give me 1% of that. I'm on it. So we have good people out here that are not joining that, but then we have too many that are willing to keep the narrative going through the way that they live. See? And it all comes back to us. You can blame slavery all you want to, you can blame white man all you want to, you can blame Willie Lynch theory and indoctrination all you want to, and all that. We know what they do. It all comes back to us. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again and again and again. The fact that we are not able to unify as a people based on one thing, and the one thing is our ancestral lineage. If we could just all unite, forget who's gay, forget who's straight, forget who's from this religion and that's how you choose to worship. Forget who tall and who light skin and who dark skin and who short and who have curly hair. And there's so many things that we have used to divide ourselves apart from each other. If we could just cross all those out and just say, listen, same ancestral lineage, I stand for this person stands for me, tighten up our community, like the Chinese people them do. And that's why I'm gonna join the Chinese this and Chinese that talk again. A fool see a wise man see a fool and use it. You see? See a fool, use a fool, and I never heard that one before. So if we run around acting like we fools, don't you think there's somebody out there that's gonna capitalize off our stupidity? All right, hold on, fam. Hold on. With the Shabdon thing now, let's move along to the Shabdon thing. So, Shabdon is a music executive slash producer out of Jamaica, making waves, big waves. Most of the hottest songs that are out right now, it's Shabdon that's on it as producer. See, he got caught up before. Long story short, he got bail again. Remember when I did the story? So he got, for those who don't know the story, this is how it goes, real quick, in 1 minute. Shabdon was riding in a car. The car got stopped by some special unit. The car was searched. A gun was found in the car. Boom, they splashed across the headline. Shabdon got caught with a gun. Boom, it's an illegal gun. Boom, something else upon the gun. I forgot what. The person who was riding with Shabdon took the fall for the gun. He said the gun is not Shabdon's, it's his. Boom, Shabdon free on bail. Boom, them lock him up again. We're saying when them lock him up for now this time, them find something upon the gun, a body upon it, something. The gun came from the United States of America. It got traced back to being stolen from a police department in Atlanta. We thought that's why them bring Shabdon back in. Nope, somebody already took the fall for it. So whatever comes with the gun, him ready to take all that with it. See? They brought him back in and said he offered the police officers $2 million to make the gun disappear. So then bring him back in on a charge of bribery. Remember when I did the video, I said That seemed shaky because they should have initially charged him with that, not release him on bail, then go pick him up and add that charge. But I don't know the intricacies of it. If after he was released, he tried to contact somebody within the force to say, take the 2 million, yeah, make the thing go away. Or it was done on the spot. Like soon as them find the gun, he was like, yo, squaddy, I have a 2 mil for you, you know, make that disappear. So that would bring a difference to how that played out. However, they went and got him and arrested him again, charged him with bribery. And I said, there's no way that's gonna stick. Because we don't know such the police out there. We don't know they have other ulterior motives and intentions. Big up to the good police them. Big up to all good law enforcement personnel, because there are a lot of them out there who actually get up and do the work, trying to really keep the place safe, right? But you have a lot of rogue ones too. So how do we prove this in court? This comes down to your word against mine, right? You told me you were going to give me $2 million to make the gun disappear. Me? No, I didn't. Stop telling lie upon me, man. A long time when you want me. Stop it. When you see me drive nice car and being successful at music, me do. Don't bring that to me. I never told you nothing about no two. You see what I'm saying? So it would play out like that in court. They released him again on bail. These are the things that I say when people come to me and say, SouFLo, argue with the thing like him want defend the criminal them who want mash up Jamaica. If boy Shabdon figure prison and you over here defend them. I'm not defending them. I want people to be locked up when we can prove that they actually did what you're accusing them of doing. That is why I still don't support the death penalty yet. I say, yeah, bring it back because we are going too bad, but don't bring it back until you put other measures in place. For instance, if that officer was wearing a body cam and that body cam recorded that conversation, yo, me give 2 mil for make that disappear now. There's no way he could fight that. There's no way he could say, no, I never said that. You're recorded, right? So when you put these measures in place, there won't be no need for us to argue. When Miss Mattia ball and I say, I know my son, Jesus Christ, free me picnic. My baby never do nothing, is a hard working boy. You just go like this, bring her at the station and put in sitting and hold the remote and say, Miss Matty, me hear what you say, because you're a baby. But watch this. Press play. You see him? Watch him. Come run over there. Come shoot down the man. Alright. See him run back there, so. You see the car when jumping up? You see the license plate on it? Or who you know on the car, Miss Matty? And she said, Jesus Christ. A Juba and best friend. God Almighty. She can't say nothing else. She can't come out, come Black Road. She can't come out, come lift up her skirt and ball. Whoa, police kill off me picnic. Me one good picnic. We need these measures in place. Until then, a lot of stuff is going to be slipping through the cracks. And that's what it's going to be. So I don't want nobody who is not able to reason objectively come over here and talk no foolishness. It was going to be that anyways. It's his word against his. How can they prove that? Right? All right. So Shabdon getting bail, and obviously if it's nothing for him to pay. It's nothing for him to pay because him in the money. Right? All right. Now, covered Young Dolph, covered Shabdon. The Young Dolph thing just hit me hard though. Covered Young Dolph, covered Shabdon. You know, remember Mr. Tony yesterday? I said I was going to buy 4 tickets because the All White Party had 4 tickets for sale in a bundle as a deal. And I called my wife and I said, babe, you think I could buy the ticket them? And she said, yes, buy them and give away 3 and keep 1 for yourself. And I thought, yes, I can like give them out to my audience and have 3 members from my audience come party with me in Miami. Of course, you would have to be in Miami or something like that, or someplace in Florida or something. I've facilitated these things before. That's when the platform did only have like 20 or 10, not even 10,000 on it. They probably did have like 5,000 and something when I last did that. And me not do it again. You see the Young Dolph situation, it opens my eyes even more. You don't know who has their car. Enough threat me get, boy, me a bust out head when me see you. Man, a real gunman out here and you is a nerd. And you don't know step life and street life and stepper life. And I get all those all the time. Just for me, creating this platform for us to voice our opinions on certain things. And when I say certain things, I'm going like him smarter than anybody else and all these things. Death threats. Just for this. For this for me, I do right that's all. Nothing else. So I start to become leery now as to getting on here and saying, yeah, I'm at the all-white party in Miami this weekend, and the party is going to be at 1516 Northwest 27th Avenue. And we're not do that again. Wherever you see me pop up, you see me pop up there, and that's that. See, let me take a call because some of them people here might be at work or whatever. Live on the air this morning with SouFLo. What going?
Welcome, General.
But Diana, my lord. We're live on the air now.
Good to hear that, my brother. But me have a story for you what I'm going to tell you. Listen to this. 2008, yeah, I have an operation in England, UK. I'm born here, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? But before that, news of us, them look at us and them thing there. It's like they must know about it. Send me down jail fee. Come on.
Wait there. So we live on the air, right? I'm want you like get into it, but you don't want nobody see your face.
No.
All right, me keep that private then. All right.
Yeah. So what me I say is basically them put you know Bill Gates are talking about the trick where everybody are talking about. Bill Gates are putting at everybody. I've got one. I've got one right now, yeah. And every day we can hear people talking funny. Every day we can hear the voices of my ex-partner, what we know is alive.
How they get that in you?
So a real thing, swear upon my mother life right now, as God me right now. They're gonna say, oh, he's sick, he's not well, why he's hearing voices. But if I was unwell and so sick, why am I hearing the voice of my ex-partner? Why am I hearing the voice of my mother? And all of these things. Yeah, big thing. So like they must have call me up now, the hospital must have call me up now, come make a whole heap of complaint and anything. They call me up and say them want me an X-ray. But I'm living proof to show yourself that chip something there with them talk about Bill Gates are putting on people so they can know what everybody I do and everybody I got. Real thing. I have it. So I think that's a big story for you. So
brother.
I understand.
Yeah, rotted. What you got locked up?
I got locked up when I was around.
When 14. You think they put this in you?
I reckon they put it in 2008 when I had operation, make the operation from lung. Yeah, and them tell me to put some clips on them thing around my lung to keep the lungs see. Yeah, but ever since then, we can't manage a split. We can't manage a split for weed, you know. So I don't drink. I don't take drugs. There's no reason why I should be hearing voices. I don't smoke crack cocaine or heroin. You understand my family? Yeah, so the boy then put a chip in my friend.
And this thing started happening after you, you know when it started happening. Yeah,
it started happening in 2019, but the operation was in 2008. But I also had other symptoms, like my foot, feeling like somebody's pushing my foot up off the floor, top force. So I said to myself, I must have done for this as a kid. But when I come around and I thought, come on, and Duffy can't move people, bedroom. The dead is dead. You understand?
Right.
So
your video jam, you know.
All right. I wouldn't walk. If when walk, them charge it, but
so
it's over here, you know.
You feel it's something them can activate and deactivate as they please. This video is like freezing. It says, yeah, fam, you feel it's something they can activate. Your video pausing. Hear what?
Yeah.
Hear what? Call me back after the live, right? I'm going to talk about this after the live some more.
All right, send them more.
All right?
Yeah, man, respect SouFLo.
Respect, fam.
Yes, right.
Yo, listen up. We live in a time and a place, you see. All kind of thing are going. I not argue with no man when them said this is what they feel and this is what they're going through. I'm not God and I wasn't there and all these things, but you know, I serious times we're living in. Pausing causing my talk flow. No, it's the screen was freezing and you would just be there. So I would have liked to have shown you because him just video called me. That wasn't a voice call. So I would have liked to have shown you his face and everything, but you don't want his face revealed. See him? I that them did I say about me too. Yo, that boy that served enough years in the US Army. Trust me, them chip him. He's a blood clot agent. That's what they used to say about me a lot. And I actually started getting death threats and all kinds of stuff because people I think me I work as undercover agent and all these things because my views are different from theirs. We never get into all that just now, which part of his body is it and all that. We never get into all that. He said he had an operation while he was going through all the legal stuff and did get locked up on operation then. And he think they took the opportunity then to put it in him then. See, and someone asked him if it happened in 2008 and it started really acting up in 2019, that's kind of a long space of time. So do you believe that it's something that they have the power to activate and deactivate on their own? Like then they can really control it like with a remote. Not true. Now switch off him chip and make him go and live a little bit. All right, time to program him. Program him now, make him go take up a gun and shoot up over there. So and then him turn up over there top, but I don't know what happened. I just did it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Ja. It's like, let me hear me answer and fling with the phone. Anyways, here what the technology does exist. Christine Simpson, I am absolutely aware. I am absolutely aware. That's why I'm not over here doubting anything he's saying and trying to act like you tamad, a foolishness in my talk. I'm very aware of what's out there. Sometime on this platform, I have to, as the host, I have to stay neutral on certain things, so I have to play dumb or I have to act like I don't know what I'm going and allow people to argue the point or express their own views. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Wow, that was kind of. So, yeah, the Shabdon thing though. Jamaica need to put things in place, and this ain't about Shabdon no more. This is about if them want, because there's a lot of people who should be locked up that actually got bail and they were able to get out on bail, go kill people, and then burn up them house and all kind of something. And then when it came time for trial, the whole case is dismissed because go look it up. This is a regular thing in Jamaica. Whole case dismissed because witnesses don't want to come forward, them disappear, them can't find them, or they died because they were murdered. So go look it up, right? But these are the things that I talk about that need to be put in place in order to better the system. When police can prove, say, yo, no long talking with Uno and the big crowd on social media. Listen, we have our proof. Here it is, right here. You see it? I him this. All right. Argue now? No. All right. Fry him Ross. On to the next one. Simple. But me, I wonder why them no want to do it. But we'll talk about that another time. The headline this morning is the headline for Spice, Dancehall Queen Spice. Dancehall Queen Spice. Put out on the phone. Not the calling phone. People are swear to you. I'm one of them people that where I'm like, I'm not paro. I'm just really on guard. Really on guard. My thing no left me an inch. I'm in my bathroom, my baby, I'm sitting down right there, so I do the show anywhere me go. Because I ain't playing with none of these people. And you got a lot of evil people out here who feel like it's okay to just take away somebody's life. You know what I mean? You can't make life, but you're out there take away people's life. You can't replace nobody. You can't replenish, but you're out there taking people's life. So you have to be, my advice to all of you is to be, see the headline come in and next police constable get dash away again. And them just dash one like not too long ago, a couple days ago. It's on, man. It's on. There's all kind of stuff going on. But this whole spice thing, yeah. I'm going into my IG because I saved it and I saved Sizzla's comment to it. And I that me want to discuss this morning. So Spice put up a video, not a video, a post. And the post says that Sita, she will be headlining. This is on Spice Official on IG. See, directly from her ticked account. And she put up, and it says Spice to headline the Pride Toronto 2022 LGBTQ Festival. Now, me being me, I'm saying Spice is an entertainer. She's also an international entertainer, and she had do the thing. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, fam. What
Blessings. I want to touch on the thing with Young Dolph.
touch on Gunner, cause we in the show. We live.
Yeah, okay. A lot of them, that was like more of a...
All right, we can't hear you, fam. I don't know. You have to fix up your phone, fam. No, you echoing and you fix up your phone and talking at the phone. I don't know if you have us on speaker or something.
No, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're still echoing loud as ever, but I can hear you.
Oh, shit. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. We hear you.
Yeah, all right. That thing that was Young Dolph, that was like more of a hit because he was an independent artist where he get all his money, no ties or nothing.
Yeah, fam. We offer the Young Dolph thing though, but hear what? On my other channel, I'll discuss that further. But we beat the Young Dolph thing to death over here, so already.
All
right.
Thank you.
Manners. All right. Listen, please stay on topic when you call. And I ain't mean to cut the brother off like that, but he could catch me on the other channel where I'll go more into the Young Dolph thing. I see a comment before I even start talking. Listen to me. Before I even start talking, I saw a comment just now that says Spice and Leela Ike for dead. I threw that person out the damn room immediately. Anybody who feel like they're going to come here this morning and talk a bunch of foolishness, issue death threats to people and all that, you're not going to be able to do it here. You're going to do it somewhere else on some other platform. That's why someone don't like me, because I don't allow you to do those things. I welcome your intelligent conversation. We do not have to be on the same page. We don't have to agree with anything. However, let's keep it mutually respectful between me and you and everybody else that has to see your comment. All right? When y'all gonna talk about people for dead, all them something there, then don't come over here with it. Me no want to hear it. All right? Good. Now, Spice to headline. See that? Spice to headline Pride Toronto 2022 LGBTQ Festival. And Spice is the one that put in there Toronto, Canada. Finally gonna see you 2022. I can't wait. LGBTQ Festival. And she put the flag, the little pretty flag there, the rainbow flag there. And she is proud about what she is about to do. Over here, you have other stars like Jada Kingdom and all of them that are saying, try not to left me. Do me, I beg you, because she want go too. Maria's Products. You have, all right, my brethren over here, I bun out the thing. You got a bunch of people over here that are all for it. Big up Spice, go get the bag, honey. And then our next one said, where is Footer when you need him? And Footer Hype went in on this. See, Footer says his heart is broken. Him can't believe this. Two people who him really feel like would have never involved in a certain things at, and he tagged Spice at, and he tagged Bounty Killer, which had me reading the post more. Because I said, I want Bounty book for the show too. Because if Bounty book for the show, it's gonna be something else. Well, him just throw Bounty name in there as saying those are two people he thought he would never see do certain things, perform certain places. Seeing people are brilliant move. Jamaica, I can't believe my eyes. Some people are saying, so you have people over here who are burn it out, who are fire, and then you have others who are saying outside, we outside. The Jamaican artists them involved in everything. All of who in the closet are come out now in a long time and know she goes both ways and all these things. Enough people, some people have them things to say. All right. Prolific voices when they speak though come from leaders like Sizzla Kalonji. You know, when you have a platform, when you blaze a trail, when you stand for something, when you do this, do that, you build over time a following. Sizzla Kalonji, no doubt. Me see a man tried this Sizzla one day and said something about his mother. And all Sizzla said was, he have the mic in his hand, him said, oh, and that you say? And next thing me know, me couldn't see the man anymore. Me just see people all over him. Me don't see the man locks fly so and so and him turban rip off and a power life stage show them then a Norseman. Was it Norseman? Who remember that? Can tell me. The bubble them fly down upon him like when you lick business or wasp nest with a stone. See? So Sizzla is a whole heap of pull. You have some people out there now that will bust your head for them people here without them people here having to do anything about it. I remember one particular artist saying, man, we're gonna do people something and then come back and tell him, yo, my general, mash up a youth the other day for you, you know, I disrespect you in my presence. And then I say, mash up who, brother? Cause me not saying you gonna mash up nobody. And you say you don't know you're the general still. Boy, can't talk certain way around your boy, you understand him, can't say your name certain way. So you have fans and then you have fanatics. See? All right, so them have to be careful with them platform. I want them to also say, listen, we're not incite no violence against nobody. We are just making a stand and saying certain things we're not into. That's it. That's cool. When you're starting to project death upon people, that's where me draw the line. Me not kill nobody for them personal views. You remember Jubu? The man said, go suck your mother. To a Rasta man. To Sizzla, we sing Black Woman and Child. I have been mad upon front page since when? All big, when name the DJ Khaled go up there. You know, say, Sizzla mother fried chicken and cook food and DJ Khaled that eat straight out of the pot and all these things. That the Sizzla there? You know how them man the Anna mama and you go pass your place about something mother? Sizzla said, oh, and that, now we have to laugh. The man said, oh, and that you said. And that's all him said. The next thing me hear, poof, come, boom, bam, boof, boof. Me hear, come on, fam, all right, man, all right. I think I keep a Capleton, they have to jump in there and save him, right? Boodoof, back, bidif, the man locks a tear out and a fly this so and swing this so. So them man here whole pull, all right? Them whole weight. And there's a whole barrage of youths out there who will ride for Dada. And Dada them call him, hear that? All right. So anyway, Sizzla had his piece to say. Spice make it known. I'm going to lively up the thing. And it's going to be lots of fun. And all these things. Sizzla is not having it. Now if you find the one now with Sizzla. I see Charlie Black's post, he's in the airport and he's flying out. And he's heading to Philly and thing. I see somebody said, all right, Charlie, do what you have to do for your family. Vaccine got through. See? Because if you see them in the airport flying, you already know what it is. Them take a juke and they're on their way. I'm not against nobody. Whether you take it or you don't take it, I remain neutral. You don't have to know my business where that's concerned. I don't need to know yours where it's concerned. I don't choose to argue the topic about who take it and who never take it. All me say back then is for the people them who did that talk one bag of something, just watch the airport. Watch the airport. That's it. All right. All right. So now this is Sizzla. See there from his official page, and I follow Sizzla Kalonji as well. Sizzla Kalonji's music has always been something of strength for me. I think I've told you this before, like one time when I was deployed, I was in Iraq. I was in Tikrit, Iraq, in Saddam Hussein's palace. And them time that we had a holy parade, kick in door, drop people, blindfold people, them kind of thing, that turned them over to military police and sitting. if we go carry them, go away, but them carry them, go interrogate them and stuff. That's what I was doing. And I had this one man, this one white boy who me can tell him just never liked black people, especially black people who never kiss him ass, right? And bow down to him and act like they're submissive and subservient. I was one of those. I was a rebel even in uniform. So he used to text for me all the time. And I remember he used to like him book me up out there and him just start him foolishness. Why is your stuff not fixed right? This, that, and the other. I'm like, Roger, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, because it's military and I'm upholding military bearings. But I remember walking away from him and singing, they can't keep a good man down, always keep a smile when they want me to frown. So that was uplifting my own spirit, you know, on the real battlefield out there. So anyway, Sizzla Kalonji, after Spice put this out, Sizzla says, Jamaican artists already knew that our indigenous music bashes against homosexuals and lesbianism. We Jamaicans bash against anything that is corrupt and misleading to our nation of people. Do not mix reggae and dancehall with your evil, nasty ways. No to guns, no to guns, no to gays, no to gays, no to lesbian, but lesbian is gay, Sizzla, but me understand what you say still. No to lesbian, no to pedophilia, no to all what's wrong and going against our culture. And then he captioned that with none of them nastiness about ya uno gwe. All right. That's been Sizzla since day one. Not no surprise me. This is Sizzla and his stance since day one. Remember, you know, when time everybody else did apologize and get visa back and fly out and thing, Sizzla go take him stance and say, Rasta man don't apologize to nobody, boy. You this King Selassie then a gunshot, you boy. Give me the woman them, cause something. You know, hear that? So Sizzla, Sizzla never business for no apology and nothing like that. When he eventually got his visa back and flew out, the place was rampant for him to see him because people were dying to see Dada from back when. And it was because of that why visa did stop in at the first place, because they said that they had found out now that the Jamaican dancehall community, you know what they did? They actually got a Jamaican that started interpreting the lyrics for them. And the Jamaican told them, listen, y'all dancing to the music, you don't hear what this was printed in an article that it was a Jamaican that actually interpreted the lyrics for them, who is a part of their organization. Listen, you guys dancing to the music, boom, bye bye. You don't understand what this means. Let me break it down for you. And once they did that, once that Jamaican did that, the rest was history. Suddenly, y'all remember a few years back when none of them couldn't fly out? Everybody visa got taken away. It was because of that. It was because they realized that there was a lot of language in dancehall music, especially not so much reggae. Because you know the reggae artists, them not really dwell upon that. They will state their personal opinions outside of their music, but the music is more about praises to Jah, and the music is more about living a healthy life and a long and prosperous life and knowing yourself and love for your brothers and sisters and so on. That's the music, right? But they voice their opinions outside of it. Them lock off everybody visa over that. Here we go. It goes a little bit further than that though, because after Sizzla put up that one there, here goes another one. This is on Sizzla's page now. Walk with me. This is not Spice page, you know. This is Spice picture on Sizzla's page. If you look right here, you will see, you know, when you have a post and then you can do the finger doodle thing. It says, don't do this show. And post Sizzla thing. Don't do this show. Spice the headline, Pride Toronto 2022 LGBT Festival. The real Sizzla Kalonji with them blue tick and everything. Don't do this show. On the seat now? All right. So And he captioned that one with, "We not sell out. We not hungry. Jamaica full of good food and very nice people. Our African heritage and culture is rich." And that's all he said. And of course, the comment section is ablazing, 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 ablazing with all kind of, the bubble them come out, the wannabe Rasta them come out, the people who have never studied any of Haile Selassie words, but love to tell people if you go trim them locks because you're not real Rasta come out. Everybody come out. And there's a fracas that's going on. Like I said before, I saw big up to Footer. I saw Footer's thing. Footer take it like somebody shoot him best friend and kill him or something. Like the post was so sorrowful, me did think somebody dead. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. To me, what may I talk to the audience? I'm gonna read your comments. Let me let you talk for a minute. I know the phone lines are open. I know you can call in and voice your opinion. Please keep it clean. All right. I'm not taking no disrespect because I don't want anybody to label this platform as anti this and bono that. And I'm facilitating, because they will do that I'm facilitating a platform that is harboring hate for a certain group of people. It doesn't matter if it's for the Jewish community or if it's for the black community or if it's against women or if it's for whatever. Once they label you as that, you can pretty much probably see your channel disappear. See, so that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to facilitate conversation. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Talk up. Me there, no my lord. What go on?
And to your audience.
Seeing.
To you.
Yes.
And years may I watch this.
Seeing.
Years may I watch them. Don't you think it's enough now? We're privately under attack for break with barriers.
Talk, man, talk.
Don't you think we are being attacked right now instead of trying to impose on our life and living and how we live our life? We have given enough leeway. Why they don't let us,
Here's my thing on that. That's a good question. And here's my thing on that. We have always been under attack, my brother. And not just now. And it's not like them turn it up more. The pressure always been there. We've been locked in that pressure cooker from when? See, times change and the devices and the divisive measures have been readjusted to fit the times. But we come off like for instance, we come off of the shackles and chains on hands and feet have now been shackles and chains on brains. And yeah, we're not depend on a plantation no more, a pick cotton or chop sugar cane, where we now go to prison. We're railroaded to prison. The American Constitution actually says that prison is that slavery is outlawed and illegal unless you become ward of the state through crime, like you get put in the penal system. So once you're in there, you have now entered into legal slavery. So it's always been there. And you know when legal slavery was going. But if you're addressing, what are you specifically addressing the whole, that's something that...
It deeming enough when I get on a ear, or on the social media, you're on a lot of the thing on the TV. Sometimes the last training talks more time than that. The advertisement is heightened. It's like no doubt. Since me, I've been watching advertisement over the year, and I watch that also. You understand me? 50% or maybe 80% of the advertisement right now is they showing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're talking about AIDS itself, they're still showing gay partners
Right.
on the advertisement.
I've seen that commercial.
Okay, we accept that. We can't do anything about that. You're
Right.
trying to patch into the realm right now.
Right.
Let us be now. You already shown certain example.
Mm.
You're not gonna beat down a couple of our entertainers wickedly.
Mm-hmm.
People forget, but I don't forget.
See
A
it.
couple of our entertainers that been in the industry for a couple of years now have gotten beaten down
Yeah.
by that society.
That's true. That's true. Them can't do shows as much places and visa get
So
cancelled or
what
blocked and
more
all
do
kind
you
of stuff.
want? And we need to learn to stop straying. You have a lot of countries, Mosa, Portugal. You get what I'm saying? Those people are dying to see a couple of our entertainers. So if I'm hungry, right now, Portugal, all of over Portugal is accepting entertainers.
Yeah, but for
from
how long?
Jamaica.
For how long? Remember, I know the aim is one world government, you know. So remember this: once they start to link, you're gonna find that once you can't go into one place, then their allies are gonna say you can't come in there either. You know what I say? So
Okay, so you're trying to put a curve on us for us to accept to entertain now?
or you just want them to not. For me, it's all about how you look at things. Like, for instance, how about you just not talk about them and that, and just talk about everything else we're going? You see what I'm saying? Like, you know it's going to put a bullseye on your back, so just leave it alone. And it's beyond your control, so leave it alone and just talk about something else.
All right.
You know?
That's what I see.
All right. All right. Oh, me hear the baby. Yeah. All right, live on the air with SouFLo. What's going on?
What's going on, my brother?
Morning, fam.
Morning.
All right.
I just want a little thing to say, not too much.
Go on now. You have the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Well, me and my sister were having a reasoning about the whole Lila Ike situation and now this situation, because they're similar in a lot of ways. And I was one of the few people then that was ignorant about the situation, like, bun them out and stuff like that. And me and my sister actually sit down and we hashed it out to where I get your point of view and I get it. And what I want people to understand is Lila Ike, let me talk about her first and then I'll get to Spice and then I'll finish. Lila Ike situation is, what people need to understand is, it's music. Her lifestyle and what she does in her bedroom should not matter what her music is. And if you're saying it goes against Rastafarian lifestyle, then you're being a hypocrite, because we can find videos on Rastas doing stuff that are against Rasta lifestyle. We know history and documentation of Rasta doing stuff that are against the levitation. It might not be in the bedroom, but it's still wrong. So we can choose and pick and say, okay, because my girl is a lesbian now, we should burn her out. What about the Rasta that were smoking crack and doing drugs and caught cussing out and boxing up women and all them things and doing all these things? Secure, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So we have to be very strategic and really think about what the hell we're talking about, because we're not making no sense. And then last night when I heard that, I felt stupid. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Why are we? Sorry, you put it back on the Spice thing now. Spice is performing at an LGBT community. She's not an LGBT community. What's the word? She doesn't sing about it. She doesn't glorify it in her music. So what does it matter?
Right.
Why does it matter where she goes?
and gets her money when, like, we know dancehall music is stagnant already. We barely get shows. If we get shows, it's nothing like the other audience and the other music that's out there. So why we are gonna fight music? I'm not putting in her music pick up. And I'm not right and woman, I'm really fight.
All right, fix up the phone. Fix up the phone. I want you to be heard.
Okay, sorry.
All right. I understand what you're saying. De La Vega Route just left a comment that says Buju, Sizzla, and Mavado did a DJ Khaled track with the biggest lesbian artist in the US. Hypocrisy is alive and well. Now, before we go all into that, I brought this up on another video a long time ago, not to point nothing out, but I'm saying I was listening a long time ago to a track. DJ Khaled did a mixed CD from way back when, Vibes Cartel was DJing, like, in a Mikal Kanai, with that back like a tall Kanai, tough a lie, slip a lie, splips a till my high. That same thing there, I forgot the name of the CD. However, I'm listening to the CD one day, I'm here, Buju come on a track, and then it was Buju and then Cam from Dipset. Cam came on the track, and on the track, in the same song where Buju was, Cam said, them time that me a Rasta myself, I'm here, my girls like girls, and I like girls who like girls. And I was like, wait, stop, hold on. Did I just hear what I heard? Play that back again. And then I looked on the CD because I was like, is this the real Buju on it? Or is this... Now I know the excuse is going to be, well, producers ask if a voice pan already in the voice and then mix it with another person. But here's my thing. If you are truly standing up for what you're standing up for, you would call them and say, yo, take my voice off that thing. Or please don't put me on no track with man I talk about him like girls or like girls and him like menage a trois and all this stuff. That's what the guy was rapping about on the same song where Buju was singing. They weren't on the same CD. It was many songs on the CD. He was on the same track, the same song as Cam. I can probably go Google Cameron Buju Banton mix or something and see if I can pull that song there up. But it was from way back then that I noticed the kind of hypocrisy that was going on, and I was like, whoa, hold up.
Yep. And it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
And the recent one was Chronix. Remember, he was burning out Gage for Dongina Short Girl. And then somebody else asked him, would you work with Rick Ross? And then, oh yes, me work with Rick Ross. So right. Rick Ross will talk about eating pum pum and do all them things there.
Right. Rick Ross said he slipped a Molly in a drink and took her home and she ain't even know it. That's friggin' date rape. That's rape.
Date rape.
Yes, that's rape. So, I mean, I guess if the money is right, and as long as you're not Jamaican, then it's okay with them. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you said it right. Think about it. Really think about it, brother. You said it right. Because they don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. An artist, look at Young May. She's gay. And she comes to Jamaica and she performs and nobody said nothing. Everybody's like, oh, big up Young May. The hypocrisy is too much, man.
Right.
If we're going to stay one way, we should just stay one way.
Right.
If we're going to be straight and like an arrow all the way through, we should just stay that way. We cannot just pick, because then it looks bad on us.
Right.
Like our music is barely getting anywhere, and we are fighting it within our own DJs, our own artists are fighting it before we try to elevate the thing. As long as the message is right, it doesn't matter where we put the message. Jesus Christ and Selassie I go around. Sorry, Jesus Christ and Selassie I go around the worst set of people then. But they weren't living their lifestyles, they were teaching them. So they did backwards. SouFLoTV, big up yourself, my brother. You taught me a lot. I was an ignorant motherfucker before, but we rate you, and I'm learning.
Blessings, manners and respect. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Ja. So you see, listen, What I want to know is, live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Blessed SouFLo.
What go on, family?
I'm in there, you know. But just waiting for a quick topic there with the whole spice thing and the whole Jamaica music industry, you know?
Forward now.
Realize whole heap for the artists them when they are Jamaica where who I look up to. And them last day we even the very same Sizzla when they put up on spice thing say oh don't go prefer Bujo and the whole of them. The whole of them last, the whole of them low. SouFLo the way how we see.
What? Wait there. Why you say Sizzla last him way?
I never said Sizzla last him way, you know.
Oh.
I said the whole of them both them money. And Sizzla they pick and choose who should go on. Like you don't know spice rate Sizzla, you know.
Yeah.
Sizzla rate spice.
Right.
So it's not more than Sizzla gonna feel like everything. Would I say Eric's sister gonna do a show like that? But
True.
at the end of the day, you work with a man like DJ Khaled and them man they depend certain kind of vibe. So why you say? Get it, you know, don't get me wrong, you know. A man have to make him money to feed him family. Don't get me wrong. But if you go there bash Benji, it's either you're going to say something or you're not say nothing.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? It can't wrong for this one, yeah, but the right for that one there on this one. That no make no sense. And a whole heap of that me see I go on in the music thing. From all of the big names them, every single one. Me no rate none of them SouFLo.
Talk the talk. Talk the talk.
Me love their music, but as the brother say a while ago, all of them are so hypocrite.
Talk
Yeah,
the
me I
talk.
tell her, what do you ever see a Benji put something on social media and say, no, there's no loyalty anymore. People lose morals. People, everything is about the money right now, and it's sad. You understand me? I said, me know Spice Girl cannot go to that show there. She probably know with what they're into, but she will get her bag.
Right.
No, on the flip side of that, if you stand for certain things and against certain things, and I'm gonna put this, you don't want the money for over this. Me right.
You're right. You wouldn't even perform on the same stage as certain people. Like, don't book me with a show.
No.
Take me off on the show. Me and not share stage with.
I remember one season in Jamaica where enough male artists then they go and perform with a female artist and the support. You remember that thing there?
Yeah, man.
No man, no business board and thing that these days. What? I want to go on all of a sudden. So, yo, is either I'm not gonna say something, like for the artist and iron not say nothing. You see me, you can't okay when you like it, and you can't okay when you're favorite.
Right. Or when it's convenient for you and benefit only you. Yeah.
No, and I say it work, me G. You see me, but that thing, that topic here is a heavy topic still, you know.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Topic,
and we are diving at it.
It is true.
We are diving at it.
I'm going to end it with this. The Bible no lie. You see me? The thing that me I see about a long time I read Bible stuff. I mean, I grew up in a church.
See.
And I years, only for years now I read the Bible. But we can tell you this. Some things I remember in the Bible as I use, and beg me see I go on right now.
You say prophecy is fulfilling, my friend.
Yeah, I understand what I say, brother.
Alright.
But anyway, SouFLo, I'm not keep up too much of your time.
Alright.
Much love, much respect.
Manners and respect, family.
You see me?
Alright.
Bless up yourself.
Blessings.
Alright.
Yeah, man. Listen, y'all know where I'm going with this though, right? For me, it's about putting energy into things that matter more. That's where it's at for me. I can't control nobody's sexuality. I'm not paying anybody's bills, so none of them can call me and tell me if Spice stop what she do, she can't call me and say, SouFLo, John, no, my mortgage due this month. I'm short. Pay the half for me now. Them can't call me and tell me about pay them picnic school fee. In other words, then I'm not the one who finances their life and their lifestyle and take care of them family and all that, so I can't dictate how they go get their money. All I'm saying is though, I would like to see the same fevered energy get put into stuff like what we talked about yesterday. I see somebody just come on here and says, me know said this was a gay channel from a long time. Wow. I'm a gay channel now. Okay. Okay. Yo, just the ability to be able to reason without being judgmental and to separate things will have people. You know, Nas did a song with Junior Gong, and Nas says uh, something like, salty niggas always hate the smarter ones. It's not me saying I'm smarter than people, but I realize that I have an ability to reason objectively and to, you know, hash things out a different way, have people look at stuff differently other than these blinders that they have put on you from whenever you born and a grow that way there and something like that. See? So, how about when you're going to talk about Leela, you talk about what she told you that led her to that decision. Because that's the more important part. Because the time that you're going to be over here wasting time and talk about that girl left it dead, big dirty lesbian. While you're doing that, the same list of things that she said happened to her, her mom, her grandmother, 3 generations of abused, neglected, broken black women. You ignore that? You skip that at the hands of our men. You ignore that? You skip that? Just figure talk about our sexuality or one picture where them see with she and a girl. You really ignore that part. Well, hear what? There will be many more of them that are broken, neglected, abused, raped, molested, all the names you want to name. And they will come up and they will decide the same friggin' way. They will start to look at you men and start to say, me no wonder we know, man. Man, I touch me up from a little. Man, hold me down, pin me down, and rape me before my body be even ready to take that. And these things. So keep on keeping on the BS, and then don't understand that what you're doing is like you're opening a door for all the pedophiles that you claim you burn out to go through that door, all the rapists them where you claim you burn out to go through that door, and guess who they're frigging up? The same woman them where you come out of one side of your mouth come talk about our women and children should be protected and cared for. You can't do it both ways, Papa. You can't do it both ways. Yeah? All right. So we have to know what requires our strength and our focus versus what does not. Spice, I got to do that show then. No one asks on this now. How is that going to hurt you or your people? So what you're trying to tell me is this. If you're Jamaican and you do dancehall music, you can't touch none of them stage because we are going to burn it out. That's what you're trying to tell me. Yet I've seen you do shows where I knew that person is that way, and you know it. You never said nothing. You wait till them come off at the same stage. You go jump up and down on the same stage. Them just come off of getting paid from the same promoter that's paying them. Got booked from the same people that booked them. So how is that like okay then? But so you get to choose when it's okay and when it's not okay. If you have a bonfire, you have a bonfire and stand firm on the fire you burn. You understand? You can't bonfire so when you feel like it, and then you over here so I do something that make one of my eyebrow them raise and I say, but rotted. How come you working with this? You in a video with this person? I do song and videos and sharing stage and putting out on the same record and collecting money through royalties together and working with the same entities and all that. But then you over here, so when somebody else are gonna do the same thing, you're bonfire. See, I have an immense amount of respect for Sizzla. If you notice, listen, I talk about Sizzla from when enough. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Fix up the phone, fam. Fix up the phone. You sound like you're weird down a river. Can't hear you. Hang up. All right. When you call in, please call in and be ready to speak. All right. Don't have me on speakerphone because I got echo in your room. Don't have your device turned up loud in the background because you're not going to be able to hear me and all these kind of things. Just fix up on calling and speak up. See? How is Spice? Back to what I was saying. How is Spice performing over there going to affect you and your life? How? And then the same people when me hear get so vigorous when it comes to the gay thing, them not say nothing about the amount of rape, pillaging and plundering of our women and children that are going on. Me not even talk about the man them. Me say women and children. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Yeah, brother, good morning. How go on?
Loud and clear, me there. What happened?
Me there, man. Really, I get a feedback, me know from my end.
Me don't know, but you're loud and clear for we over here, so.
Alright, let's stop the video from before, but I don't know. Still, I'm not talking anyway, because as long as the viewers are not here.
Yeah, man, you're good, man. You're good. Clear.
Yeah, but I have to laugh still with that Spice something. What a way put a hype to Spice DJ under the bus.
What am say?
Because he must say if she never did think about her DJ, because I don't know how much people know about Authorized her DJ.
Who? Authorized?
Authorized.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like it's like pretty much put her say, yo, me I pre-year Authorized, because I want to know if you have a God that show you know. It's like he must say that, but he must say it in so much words. You get me? I say?
Right. Ja.
But at the end of the day, still, there are two ways we look at that. Authorized might have to go because the man the contract might be a she make him reach a part. You know what I mean?
I work.
Okay? Yeah, you know how artists thing go. An artist can put a certain amount of people on them visa, but then get with them work permit and whatever.
But so, fam, I work.
Yeah, that too. And even if he, say for instance, he decides not to go because he must say, boy, Ray, he never feel comfortable being in a place where you don't know how Spice perform already. More than likely, you're going to see, you're going to see a man a dog, a man on a stage. You never know because it's a gay party.
It's that kind of an affair.
Celebration.
Yeah, but here what, hold on, before you go any further, right? Hold the train of thought. Don't want you to lose it. But remember, say Yannick Curvy Diva and what's she name? They already do that in Jamaica, you know. What's she name there? Yannick Curvy Diva actually took off her panty on stage, and then she later on said that she had something else under it. It was just for show. She have on a short skirt. She took off. That was at a gay pride event, and you should have seen the man them in the dress up like woman, and this was in Jamaica. And what's her name that was married to Beanie Man for the longest? The Angel also headlined the LGBT something already in Jamaica. So no worry about Spice. I go way over Canada. Go do it. They did it in Jamaica already. But go on talk.
That's true. I remember that. But in the event, they say, all right, then Authorized don't know and do it. Another DJ will step up and take in place.
And next DJ will step up and take in place.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Right, because it's a job. It's a job.
But it's like when people are feel to understand this is not that me I say I'm not neither for nor against, because at the end of the day,
right.
They have to do what they have to do. And this is not shocking to me when it comes on to Spice, because there are people in a Spice circle where she work with the handler business that are of that community. So it would have happened sooner or later.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So your stance on this is neither for or against. You're neutral. Make people do them thing.
No. At the end of the day, make people do them thing. But the only problem I have with it is when it comes on to the music, because we know where it's and at this a lot of people don't understand. So like the people where I say make Spice go make her money, make she go do this and make she go away. When it comes on to all of the artists, then you have to remember it's kind of like what Sizzla said. The music did stand for something. Now us as Jamaicans did stand for something.
When you're done talking, I'll break this down another way for the audience.
No, repeat what you said.
I said when you're done talking, I'm going to break down something for the audience.
Oh yeah. So everybody know what Jamaicans did stand for.
Right.
And when we see how easy a person is to change their mind or change their way of life because they are kind of put between a rock and a hard place. Because when people have to look on, maybe Spice couldn't have turned down the offer to do the show either. Not because of the money, but it might be because of other things.
Yeah.
Because people have to understand, say, when these people approach you, and like they just approach and with a contract and say, oh, I want you to do this show. Sometimes it's an ultimatum again. You get what I'm saying? So you have to just act like, say, yeah, I'm with you.
Right.
Because I remember one time, I don't know if you remember this, that you use a person, I listen to you a while and maybe you're kind of similar to me where you pay attention to a lot of things. I don't know if you remember a time where when Kevin Hart was in his prime, that before the thing he come out saying they cheat on his wife. And he did an interview, and the interviewer asked him if he would ever play a gay role. You remember that something there?
No, I don't remember that one there, no. But
all right. So but when they can go check it out if you don't remember, if you never see it. So when they asked him the question, he said he don't think at this point he is mature enough to do it.
right.
That's all he said. He said he don't think he could. And he literally had to apologize.
Oh yeah, and I'm tech when think that when you were supposed to host the Oscars or something like that, and they rebuff, they bring it back up.
It's like, yes. So the way Omi see it, look at it this way. It's like them and tell, it's like they would have literally tell himself the next time it's a parent and somebody to write him in a gay role, he just have to go take it. He can't even turn it down. Because if he turn it down, it's gonna seem like him not with them.
Right.
Even though he has friends that
so Spice herself being Spice
cool with that are gay.
Right. So Spice herself being Jamaican, right, under that banner, and the view that the outer world have of Jamaicans. I remember, so her being that, already she's under the microscope. So already they're looking for anything that she does to say, oh, she's homophobic. Kick her off.
Exactly.
And then our bread stop everywhere, right? We know why she said no. No, she didn't say no because she was busy. She said no because she's from Jamaica and that's how they are. And that could pretty much end her as we know it. And she would have to just go back to just doing local shows and dancehall circuit and all these things, right?
Yeah.
I remember, I don't remember if it's Dr. Berry, I think it was back in the day. Dr. Berry come up and did a meetup with some of his subscribers, and he had a microphone, and they were doing some premiere of some big player or something. And Dr. Berry went up to one of the lead actors with his little microphone thing and him said, so something to the man. And me think the man I got answer and say, yes, it's a lovely show and it's going, the man said to him? The man said, oh, so you're from Jamaica? So y'all still killing gay people?
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit. He just said that, like, the man up on the red carpet, this is a huge event. And don't they go up there just to ask question about this show or how you doing or all this? The man said, oh, so you're from Jamaica? Yeah. So are y'all still killing gay people? And then go on with some other things. This was a while back, but I remember those things happening. So yeah, you're absolutely right. She is operating in a space where she doesn't control that space. She have to try to maneuver that space. You understand? So even if, say, her opinion of things is that enough for me, and I'm not really for that thing, that she still have to be careful how she get through that space or how she exists in that space.
Yeah.
See?
She me not said that is the case, but
right. Hypothetically speaking.
I mean, along, you can't look on it one way. Because most people just see the gray and say, oh, she sell out. You see somebody comment and say, oh, a long time she stayed away the car. We know her from Portmore. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna know her from Portmore. I'll let she never stay a certain way, we're not gonna say she stay a certain way. Like, always that sometimes is the ultimatum them deal. Like it's either it's either you do it or them tear you down. And we know how powerful these people are.
So you might see her post it and a smile and I say, oh, we're going to enjoy ourselves and we're going to rate. I might be deep down inside. She said, John, no. And this it come to.
Right.
You get what I say?
Yeah, me get it completely. You're on point.
And then again, too, we don't want to stay too long. But this is the last thing I will say.
All right.
Even the other females, then we see step out and kind of state them claim said them are this. If you realize those are people who are newly signed to overseas companies, maybe this is what them have to do to prove to them, say, yo, here what? We're good with everybody here. We're ready for work. You get what I say? Because if you remember, check how many people has been signed and not go on for them, then bench them. Why you think them bench? You think a talent them not have that they lose them talent all of a sudden? No. Maybe they want them to do something that they are not willing to do.
You're on point. You're on point.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not
going to deny that. Yeah, you're on point.
How much people get big signing and we are saying, yeah, it is them ready now, them gone. And then you don't see them bench them.
Yeah.
Because you have some people now willing to sell out themselves to take that next step.
Right.
So it's like we have to look for anything logical. But anyway, big up yourself.
Man, I respect for. All right. All right.
Yeah, bless up yourself.
Bless up. So here's what I'm gonna say to the audience. Check it. Before I even take a next call, I want to say this. Listen, if you are a contractor independently, you have your own business and you do people contracts, whatever, however you work. If you take a contract from a homosexual and you get paid to do the work, it's the same Ross thing you do as Spice do. If you work in a beauty salon and barber shop and you cut the hair off an openly flamboyantly gay client and you take their money, you're doing the same thing that Spice is doing. If you work in the medical field and you go to the hospital or the facility to work and you are working on a care team, whether you're a nurse or you're with the nurse team, you're a doctor, you're with the doctor team, you're a therapist, you're with the therapist team, and you are in there working with one of those that are somebody on the team gay, your speech pathologist or your physiotherapist is gay, and you over there and you go to work every day with them and clock in and do your work alongside them and get your money, you're doing the same shit that Spice is doing. So me not understand the level of reasoning where some people are come with. You understand? People kind of act like they want to dictate life and everybody else's life around them. You're responsible for yourself. And whoever else wants you for responsible for them. That's it. You're responsible for your picking them until them reach a certain age. That's it. See? And for those who are talking, oh, this is a gay channel, like I said before, my chest big, my back broad, me no business what you want to call this. Because intelligent people will come over here and find out we're reasoning intelligently. We deal with love and we deal with God, for sure. And enough of them don't know love. So I deal with demon stuff and call it godly. When I stand up for all the things them that are wrong, or act like when you can't speak up, cats got your tongue, you don't know what to say. And but when time something like this come out now, you have a whole book you want to spit out in a 2 minutes. Check yourself. Check yourself. Make we have a real reasoning. Seeing? And this name calling and throwing around of accusations and all these things. Me not join them thing there. I don't call people out their name and I don't throw around accusations about people and I'm not sure about it. Rumors and hearsay. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I really have to say, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay, so I'm born and raised Jamaican, but I recently, well, not really recently, but I moved here to New York. And I just really have to say, what does it benefit someone if someone comes out as gay, or what does it take away from you?
Say that again for me.
What does it benefit these people or take away from these people if people decide, okay, they're going to come out, they're going to be their true selves? What does it benefit or take away from them?
That's what I asked earlier. That's what I want to know, right? That's exactly what I want to know too.
because I came out to my parents like a little older. I was a little older. Well, the first time I came out to them, I was 3 or 4 years old. I was watching Diana King in a video. She was singing Shy Guy. I'll never forget. I said to my godmother and my mother, I said, I'm gonna marry her. And my godmother started laughing. She said, baby, you can't marry a girl. And I said, why? And they could never give me a reason as to why I can't marry a girl. A good reason.
How old were
They
you?
heard.
How old were you?
I was 4 or 5 years old when Diana King when I saw that video. Nobody around me was gay. I grew up in Jamaica.
And you weren't being molested or you weren't being.
No, exactly. None of that. I have a wonderful dad. I have a wonderful mother. I mean, we don't get along very well, but none of my peers, I've never been molested. So even that misconception that it's people that are molested or they're around people that are gay. Listen, I studied law for a long time in Jamaica before I moved here, and I remember in history class as a kid, one of my history teachers said to me in high school. He said, "It's believed that Nanny of the Maroons she was gay because she never got married. She was never like known to even want a man. And back then, a lot of the Ashanti tribe people, whether or not they want to believe this, they were gender fluid. Indians were gender fluid. Back then, people were gender fluid. It's not just something that just came out of nowhere. Gay people have always been around, but I don't think they're ready for that truth. My thing is, what does it benefit if someone is gay or not? What does it benefit anybody? And I remember when my grandmother moved here, she said she saw some men holding hands and she was like, oh my God, they're holding hands in public. I'm like, straight people hold hands in public. They kiss in public. They're groping in public. My dad used to always be grabbing my mom's butt in public. And I was embarrassed by that because like I don't really like PDA like that. I'm like, you guys, can you save that for like at home? Like, don't do that. But it's okay for straight people to do, but it's not okay for gay people to do it. Like, can we please be on the same page?
I'm listening to you, but I want the audience to hear you more than anything because I'm busy like kicking people out the chat room. Some people don't understand that, like when they say, "Oh, I'm never coming back over here," I just kick them out. I block them from the channel because you're not hurting me. Thank you for
being intelligent. That's all I have to say. Thank you. They don't understand. You don't see eye to eye. You probably think what I'm doing is wrong, and you're entitled to your opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still have family members that tell me, because my family is very well known back home, and they'll tell me, yo, you better not come back here. I had a cousin tell me, yo, any you come back here, so I lost you. And another cousin looked at me and said, you're crazy, like me, I lost you. And I didn't even expect my cousin to look at him and tell him that. Like when I came out, I remember one of my cousins said to me, why are you just telling us this? I'm like, because I was scared. I was scared. You know what everybody's gonna say? My mother said to me, could you just still keep it, like just still pretend that you're straight? I said, no, because I'm not gonna be hurting anybody. Boy, pick me. I'm done doing this. I'm done lying. To this day, she still begs me, I don't want my friends to know. I got married to a woman. My mother's like, please, she don't tell anybody. She's like, please, we're separated and everything, but she's like, please don't tell anybody. And I remember this person abused me. You know, my mother looked at me and said to me, if it was a man, he wouldn't have abused you. Are you kidding me? I'm like, do you see how many men are killing their wives? Are you gonna tell me that if it was a man, he wouldn't abuse me? I'm like, listen, stop being hypocritical. Just be smart, people, please. Just be logical, be smart. We are people too. We have rights too.
Right.
And I'm not saying you have to support me. You don't have to believe in what I believe in. You do not. You have your rights too. And I tell my gay friends that sometimes too. I say, listen, these people don't owe you anything. They're not entitled to, they just leave you alone. That's all I'm asking. Stop this violence towards gays and just live and let live.
I agree totally with that. Exactly. That's my principle. Live and let live. And thank you for sharing.
You're most welcome.
Imagine your own family.
Keep doing you. You have my full support and support of everybody with common sense.
Blessings, family.
Blessings.
All right. Listen, I don't have time for waste people. If you wanna do what you wanna do, that's your business. I asked you to come over here and voice your opinion intelligently. I don't know why you wanna come over here and talk about me Ghana, you can block me too, and all this. Okay, block. That's no big deal. Why you even announce it? If me walk in our room and I see things in the room that I'm not into, I simply walk out. I don't go in the room and go, I don't like what going in here, so me I leave. And then walk out of the room. Don't throw up no deuces, don't do nothing, just click off. And that's it. I would just walk out. And that's it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, SouFLo. This is Shelly.
Morning, Shelly. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I just have to say thank you for doing this show. You know, you always have great topics.
Thank you.
I'm having feedback though.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of feedback there, but you're loud and clear for us.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to piggyback on what you said earlier about the hypocrisy with a lot of Jamaican people. They would promote the most slackness behavior, but when it comes to certain things, now it's a problem. You have the major popular artists that's jealous, but that's okay. That's a form of boredom, but that's fine. They have children out of wedlock, but that's fine. But they want to talk about the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? It's like if you hate evil, then you hate evil, period. Right? If something is wrong, it's wrong right across the board, right? But they pick and choose depending on who the person is. If the person is popular, if they like the person, then that's okay.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The amount of rape and murder that's going out there, the amount of men walking around spreading their quote unquote seed in 5, 6 different women bragging about they have 10 kids that they're not taking care of, but nobody's gonna say that. And I don't know if I should do this, but somebody in a comment said that women accept a lot of slackness. Men do too. A man would come out and condemn a whore. Let me tell you this real quick, then I'm gonna get off.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, right, where I was living at, there was this woman. She was very promiscuous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously she was a whore. I'm just gonna say what she is. She was a whore.
Right.
Right? She had many men or whatever. I didn't have no problem with her. I didn't deal with her, whatever. Anyway, there was this dude that lived in the same building. He didn't know that I knew that he slept with her. Right? So, true story.
Mm-hmm.
The woman come out of the building and is walking, and he turned to me and he says, "Oh, she's a whore, and she's all of this, and she's all of that." So I said, "Oh boy, didn't you sleep with her like a couple of weeks ago? So what that make you? You over here condemning her, but you was partaking in it. Mm-hmm. Didn't the Bible say that the whore, neither the whore nor the whoremonger shall see the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven or something like that?"
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the whore and the whoremonger is wrong. The buyer and the seller. Didn't I Wayne make a song about that?
Yep.
Right?
He said, burn the sex seller and the buyer.
Exactly.
One man.
So you know better than her.
Yeah.
You know better than her, but he thought that I was going to join her.
Say that, wait, pull up. Say that part again. You are no better than her.
I say you're no better than she is.
Right.
And he thought that I was gonna join him bashing her. No. Well, you didn't know I knew. And there was a couple men in there too that I was friends with, that because she would talk.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And they never knew that I knew that they were dealing with her. And a couple of them had girlfriends that they were quote unquote serious with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we have this thing, and I'm right, I don't sin. And even in the Bible, it talks about a prayer that when you pray, you don't say, at least I don't do this and I don't do that. No, the prayer is, I am a sinner and I'm asking for forgiveness. I forgot the Bible verse, but it was something like that. And when you pray, you don't big up yourself and say, well, at least I'm not a murderer. Yeah, but you're an adulteress. You understand? You're a thief.
Right.
Right? but you don't do what they do, so you feel that you're better. No, a lot of people hide. They're married, right? And they're sleeping with the same sex, and that's lying, and that's committing adultery. Okay, so what? At least be honest who you are.
Right. And I've said that on the show before. Transparency. I promote transparency. I have never said, right, that I am into certain lifestyles. I have never said that I condone or I am bigging up certain lifestyles. What I promote is mutual respect among human beings. What I promote is not their sexuality, it is the respect for another person, like coexist and share earth. Use enough space here for all of us. You don't like a man into go one side and make them go the next side and you keep it like that. But for you to be aggressive and talking about you're for dead and gunshot for this and fire for that, and then when we check it, you're like even dibbling and dabbling in some level of it, then it makes you a hypocrite. You know?
Exactly. And
I understand exactly what you're saying.
And so let me just clear this up for the bitch in the comment that said that she's talking about herself. No, hun. There was a true story about what happened with another woman. If I was a whore, I would say it. I called a couple of weeks ago when I said that I believe in bun for bun. So if I was out there selling pussy, I would say that. Right. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand what's the big deal. A lot of y'all buy whores anyway. So what's the big deal? You understand? This is what I'm talking about. They do this stuff, but then they want to judge other people for doing what they dabbled into. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, so have a great day.
Manners and respect, fam. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Damn, I didn't even realize that we're almost 2 hours into the show. I'm going to end the show at the top of the 2 hour mark. The show that I did yesterday, it took so much of my energy, 3 hour show. Morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo. Morning, talk up now.
First of all, please don't.
Y'all forgot to talk clear enough. Talk clear, because I want to hear you.
Sir, may I beg you, please don't block me. That's the first thing.
No, man, I'm not block you. Block you for what? If I send me up under my mother or something now.
If you ever get any feeling like you want to block me, I beg you, please don't do it. Because I'm losing over here for burn that like.
No, me block people when I send people up under them mother and them thing. Them not block people.
Okay, well, me not ever do that. I mean, I know the time.
Yeah, we never. All right.
Me there over here for burn fire. Hear this now. Let me tell you, because people not say, oh, why we have a problem with people if they want to do that with their own life. But you know, that's the main question. Mm-hmm. My son come home the other day and asked me, my 11 years old. Mm-hmm. He come home the other day, sorry,
my 11.
He come home the other day and say, what is the pride flag? Because he hear them about school and he want a better understanding. Mm-hmm. You see, this is the problem I'm having with this gay thing. We don't want it to become the norm. Because then they're going to start putting it in a school and teach it and then, you know, like how people love
in a school already. A Florida you live?
Yeah.
In a school already. You know, you hear me tell you about
yeah, that's what I tell you. So this is what I say. We don't want it to become the norm, man. We don't want that because the people them are going to say, okay, no, come on and tell me say, want to go on a date with Brian.
But I know where you want.
And you're not going to work.
But I know what you want, and where we have to live with.
All right, fine. Listen, it's a flow. Mm-hmm. You can't stop what happened because it's done up already.
That me I tell you.
Expect we. Listen, you can't expect we, the one that was still believing in the righteousness to come from that team. We can't come.
But nobody come. That's the thing.
Yes, we not try to get you to come. We not try to get you to come.
Why you say unufa? Like me, I try to get them. Me not find out.
Alright, you don't know about you. But you see, majority of the people that talk, they want everyone to be on board. All of us cannot be on board. There's still some righteous people left. There is still people like me left. If 500 people that are alive, 100 still righteous.
Yeah, man, that's true. But don't righteousness deal with love though and forgiveness and them kind of something like.
Me not support no type of unrighteous behavior. I don't care what's going on. Me not support it because we work for the children. Because next thing you know, my son come home now and start telling me say, well, go and date with boys. because them think it's all right and it's normal. It's not all right and it's not normal.
That's why you fit
Because
teach your son.
baby cannot come from two man.
That's why you fit listen. No people send them picnic go to school. You see, remember me son, I think it's Monday I said this. I said your children who go to school outside of your house spend more time per day every day with a teacher instead of with you. You have double the work to do. Enough parents when time them picnic come home, what they do is go and go play on your tablet. You do your homework, all right, then go over there, so cause them depend them own device.
Yes.
Not pay no mind to the picnic.
Here.
You have to be in the picnic.
Right? Funny, but here what my problem is now.
Because the world have to do what it want to do, you know, and them have to go out in the world, you know.
No, but listen to this one, no? If me alone, the other 400 people then were all right with it. They convince me to be all right with it. When they come out from school, me not have nothing to tell them to deter him from the movement.
No, man. Your voice is supposed to be the strongest voice in your youth head.
Yeah, but they were trying to take my voice. They were trying to bring me over
them in your house?
Me can't pull up on the live right so the whole under the comment section, they were trying to bring me over, they want we come.
No man, they not, because if you so you feel you could have just click off on the live. That's what me I try to show you.
No, me not fire. You come on, hear this now. Hear this now, back in the day, people talk about the fire can't cool.
You seem like the fire.
The fire cool.
The fire cool.
It looks like the fire cool. I come up and talk.
The fire out.
Listen to my father. Yesterday I asked my father, can bigger man, and I said, Daddy, people tell me the fire can't cool. It looks like it's cool. You know what my father said?
Yeah.
My father said there was no fire to begin with. The fire never real.
Ah.
The fire never real, SouFLoTV.
Ah.
There was no fire. So that's why we didn't take no fire cool. The fire never been able to cool.
And Mr. So our father.
Because if the fire is dead, you that day, I know I'm going to see them way. Which part table stand there? Is dead?
No, I'm just silent. Because
you can't silent and fire can't cool. I want to show me go and see up there ball and say fire can't cool.
In the one place about theme fire. That's what me I talk about.
So
him no feel
say
him no feel say him to take on this pan him head. Him in him own meds, in him own
but then guess what? You could have never think that the fire can't cool because the fire cold.
Theme fire still a burn. I hear fire burn.
Not a thing now, burn.
You. What am I gonna do in these times? Hear me the one. Hear me the one. The whole of we are going through. Hey, listen, man. This is not unique enough. This is what we are talking about. You see, the whole of we are going through this. The whole of we have to live in this. What we are going to do? Fly away and go to space? Create somewhere else? No, you're going to have to live here. And the way how the world are run, we not control when turn, what turns, and what come appear in front of it. So the next best thing to do is to start to govern with self. And like you just said, you youth them. You have to inner your youth head. Because them out there are going to definitely do what them need to do or feel like them need to do. You understand? So if a man not burn a fire, I feel in business him not burn a fire. If you want to burn your fire, blaze it up high. See?
Yes, me just the right in the comment section and me not stop burning the fire. So please don't get me ever because me need to burn fire.
Burn your fire, mama, as long as you're not. Burn your fire, as long as you're not sending up nobody under them good mother and all that. Burn your fire. It's all good.
Okay.
All right? Respect. Yeah, man, we can have differences of opinion, man. Burn your fire if you want to burn your fire, but don't come with the disrespect. That's how me deal with. See? I go off respect. And I told people before, listen, scam likely early in the morning. Me tell people this. Besides YouTube, I am a travel therapist. I work in the medical field alongside doctors, alongside other therapy professions like physical therapy, and speech pathologists and these kind of things. I've taken contracts before and gone to a facility, and when we reach at the facility, there's somebody there that's openly, flamboyantly that way. Me never say, hey, cancel that contract, I'm out, peace. No, I went to work, I did my job. I was a part of the same team they were a part of. So I would be a hypocrite now to come and say, Fire Palm Spice, we go over there, so go do that. So she'll do a job. She'll collect her. But I'm not lost on why a person like Sizzla would say what he said in the way he said it. See, because in Sizzla's eyes and a lot of other people's eyes, she represents she represents the epitome of dancehall, authentic dancehall, which is ours, right? And in that space, they want it to be scrubbed clean off, and there should be none of this in there. But when Sizzla's statement says, them burn out gun, and them burn out this, and them burn out that, I see. I understand what he's saying. How it will be portrayed as far as the music goes and all this, but this is the world we are living in. These people are fighting to be seen and heard and treated as everybody else and then normalize whatever. Yes, they are working to be normalized into society, into your curriculum, into everything else, right? There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. For those of us who've been on earth for a while, we remember when them did silent and them have to keep on hold them corner. And then we remember when them first start get rights. And then we remember when them start organize. And then we remember when them start going to prominent positions in society and start stepping out and making rules and laws, legislation that will back them up and protect them. And remember now that they have all these things behind them, then they're on the forefront. So it's in your commercials on TV, it's in your kids' cartoons, it's in your school rooms, it's in your, I told y'all, I went to the damn festival with me youth them. And I saw a lot of it. I'm in Florida. I saw a lot of young people, girl on girl, mostly what I saw, walking around, fingers locked, and all over them clothes. You know, the LGBT colors and stuff. So I said to my son who was with me, and he's 13, I said, Coco, is there an explosion of this or something? Because I see a lot of like young people, they're stepping out and they don't care. And they're like, PDA, public display of affection. They're out here. He said, Dad, that's nothing. You should see in my school. Like they tongue kissing each other goodbye before they go home at the end of a school day. And he's talking about his age group. So when you talk about it's coming and we don't want it to be that and all that, it's here. It's been here. It's been here. So if y'all gonna do something, strategize and plan differently. See? And stand firm on what you say and don't make a catch up and dabble in anything else in any other way else. Don't go to the grocery store if it's a Batman own it. Find one next grocery store for go shop. Don't go to the beauty salon if it's a gay girl own it. Find the next beauty salon for go to. Don't go to the job if somebody else work there with you that is like that. Find the next job for go to. Matter of fact, don't even take light bill. Don't even take light electricity from the electric company if it's a Batman own the electric company. Go build your own electric company or find a straight company for go with. I'm just saying, you can't subtract from all of Wagwan no matter how you try. Think about it. See? Think about it. Think about it. What Mr. Ram? Somebody said, would you support racism? I actually used to be really friggin' racist. I did. When me did I read up my Marcus Garvey book on my Selassie teachings and all my other books that I was reading up. I have a big collection of books I used to be I was actually really racist. Let me tell you what changed my mind. When I left home and went out into the world, you see, a hard life start lit me in all different kind of ways. Because you know when you're bright and uppity and you decide to say, yo, family, I'm gone. Can't deal with all this. And I left at a young age. Remember I told y'all I bought my ticket to the UK at 17 years old, a week away from turning 18. Because I tell myself, say, as soon as I reach 18, I'm gone. I'm one day as far away from family as possible and all that. So I got out into the world, right? And guess what happened? Everything that was going on, and me, a young 18-year-old, freshly 18, come to travel the day after my 18th birthday, a whole bunch of stuff came at me in the world. And it was always people who were not my people, quote unquote, that was there to save me, and they didn't want shit back from me, pardon my language. Them just they want to sit me do good and and go about your business, and you don't owe us nothing, kind of thing. And it happened over and over and over. So I started to say to myself, said, no, like the creator is showing me a sign. Because when me tell you I was hard-lined, I was hard-lined. See? So that changed my mind. And I was like, wow, it's like I'm really seeing that like my own people are wicked as to each other, but they still yelling Black Lives Matter and I love you and you love me what? You love me because you want to kill me first before somebody else kills me? It's the same thing I told my brothers when I was joining the military, and they're like, oh, you going off to fight the white man war, huh? Man, when I left and I came back and I went back to the block and to the streets that I used to be around, I seen them stuck in the same position that they were in before, and years later them still stuck in that same position. Not only that, it broadened my horizon to the point where I was like, yo, they out here doing dumb stuff, getting locked up, go to prison, and when you locked up in prison, guess who you have in there? Your same people ready to punch you in your face, break your jaw, make you fight for no reason, want bend you over and take it from the back like you is a gal. And then they come out after they do their time and talk about Black Power this and Black Lives Matter and all that. Me say, you know what? Let me take my ass from around the song and do something sensible with my life. Understand? If this the case and I have to like bust a gun for better myself, me bust it in a uniform, because I now bust it out a road figure end up in there with uno hypocrite in there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, SouFLo. Okay, an all good conversation. One thing I will say though, when we're dealing with this whole conversation, we have to deal with truth, right? We have to be truthful and honest.
Yes.
Now you had the young girl there who said she married a woman and all that kind of stuff. They're talking about African history and Queen Annie was gender fluid. There's so much we don't know about people like Queen Annie. How would you know Queen Annie was gender fluid?
Right.
The problem I have, right?
How would you know she was? How would you know she was?
How you know she was? There's so much we don't know, but you know our bedroom business.
Well,
please explain that to me.
That's true, but she said that's what's said, and not only about Queen Annie, but about others from back then, because gay people have always been here. So it wasn't it wasn't like she's saying she was.
Okay, but you know what I noticed? When I was growing up in the 90s, went to school in this country, okay? When they first started talking about the whole gay thing, you know, the late 90s, this conversation started to come up. They were talking about histories and all that kind of stuff. And at the time, anthropologists were saying they could not find any evidence of gay relationships in Africa, but they believed it exists. Okay, no problem, right? No problem, because they're anthropologists and archaeologists, and these people have been studying all kind of stuff from when? This is before the agenda pull. Now all of a sudden, I hear these people in the community, they're saying that, oh, such and such, they're telling you story now. They know more than the anthropologists them to come and said, then Africa was doing this and Africa was doing this. Let me tell you something about Africa. African civilization was based on man, woman, and child. That was the foundation of every culture in Africa. I'm not saying there wasn't gay people there, but stop, twist up our ancestors in your conversation when you don't have the evidence to support it. That thing done me bad. Okay? So that's the only thing I have to say. Stop doing that to justify yourself. You want to be comfortable with yourself? Fine. Do your thing. Fine. No problem. Live your life. Fine. But don't put our ancestors in a web of lies to justify yourself. That is a problem. And that we're not going to tolerate.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Thank you. I agree with that, partner. And like I said before, I'm not the type of person to spread rumors on people or say something that I don't have any proof of. So you don't hear me over here saying this ancestor was that or that ancestor was that. Scam likely.
No, not a scam like this also.
You're live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. And the big scam likely come up on the phone, fam.
But no, man, we just want to take a 30 seconds just to address that, and then we just move to the question. Quick and fast.
Go right ahead.
Right, so blessings, man. If you like, for example, you have apps that students can actually use in order to communicate without actually having an overseas number.
Okay.
So that's why you might see scam like this. So that's that. So you might see scam like that. Now, my real thing now is just to really address someone who actually commented earlier about being free and recognize that she actually wanted to marry a woman. I think it was because of watching Diana King from her.
No, she said she actually did marry a woman when she got older. She said if she was 4 years old when she saw Diana King on the screen and she thought she was beautiful, but she was looking at her like she liked her. And I asked her, were you being molested or touched or anything at the time? And she said no, she wasn't in that. She came from a loving family. She was well protected and all these things. It was just the way she felt when she first saw Diana King doing Shy Guy on the TV screen.
Perfect. And that is perfect. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's like we try to put things in the sphere of gender, sex, and all of that. But my thing is that at that age, is that something that you should be thinking about. You get what I'm saying? 3 to 4. No, that's another topic for the day. But me personally, that's not something that you should be thinking about at 3, 4. You should be thinking about just regular socialization with your fellow, classmates, your siblings, etc. You should not be thinking about marriage at that point in time.
She wasn't thinking about marriage, fam. She was just saying she liked her when she saw her on the screen. She remember feeling like she liked her.
Okay.
Children like children all the time. Me have my little girl named Stephanie. Stephanie did my first girlfriend in my mind is because it's just a little girl at school when we used to say, I'm a girlfriend that, mommy said, you have a girlfriend? And then something that's what she was talking about. Not sexualizing it, because none of that was involved.
Okay, cool. That is great. And I will get that understanding. So it's just that really, so I'm saying I'm not either for nor against homosexuality or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you just must remember the root cause of different things and just focus on that and work on that,
Yes.
Blessings. Thank you for
blessings, family. All right.
Cool.
Listen, I see a comment right now where Snitcher Chimp says 3 sisters' throat got cut in Jamaica yesterday. And we over here talking about who's gay and who's not, or where Spice is going to be performing next, and she shouldn't, or if she should. That's what I try to talk about. That's where my agenda is. My agenda is with what is going on the real outside every sex thing. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, morning, SouFLo.
Good morning. All is well?
Yes, all is well. Hope with you too.
All right, all is well.
I'm just trying to understand something as a Black person. Because I notice it's a lot of Black people, white people as well, but mostly a lot of my Black people that seems to have a deeper issue with this. And the sad thing, SouFLo, is that we know how it feels to be discriminated each and every day of our lives. We walk into a supermarket, we walk into a store, the security guard eyes are on us from the moment we enter. They follow us around because in their mind, they're thinking we're going to steal something, we're going to take something, we're going to misbehave. But when the white person walks in, it's all hunky-dory. My question is, why is it not easy to just understand these people just want to be treated with respect and treated equally? Simple.
It's simple.
You don't have to
it
like
is that
it.
simple.
You don't have to be a part of it.
Right.
You don't have to accept it.
Right.
Just respect it. It don't have to be a whole deep issue as, oh, they want to take over and they want us to do what they're doing. No, they don't.
You know what? The more
they're just asking what we are asking of the white people, let's be treated equally.
And the more
respect me the same way you want for me to respect you. Why is it so difficult to understand that?
I don't know. I can't.
You don't have to like it. You don't have to like their bedroom business. It's not your business. Just respect me as a human being that is occupying space on this earth just like you. Simple.
Just like that. Just like that. You said it.
That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. You're live on the air with SouFlo. Hello. All right. Had to put away that call. Yeah, man. I saw the thing go. Listen. Like I keep saying again and again, we have bigger things to think about. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, family.
Yeah, funny subject, SouFlo.
Mm-hmm.
What may I say now? Yeah, may I get a feedback still, but
You're good over here, someone. Everybody who said them I get a feedback actually sound really clear. And the people them that's not getting a feedback, we can't hear them. So you're good.
Yeah, when I have a problem with gay people still. But they have a thing road boy, like them try to force the agenda on you road boy.
Mm-hmm. And when you say that, please explain in the ways they are forcing it on you.
Because if you don't agree with them, the first thing they're gonna say is like, you're against them.
Right. How will they know if you don't agree?
Come on, SouFlo, man.
No, man, we have a no, brother.
You know, man.
We talking to a broader audience, no, brother. So the questions that I ask carry over way further than which part we are talking. Right. So like me say, how will they know that you disagree?
Nobody ever asked you if you believe in it and you say no and then get offended over it before.
No, me tell them don't ask me that because I don't want to have that conversation. I'm not concerned about other people's sexuality.
And
that's my answer.
Time when you say that, they get offended, right?
But I feel them business that because they can't walk away saying he agrees or disagree. They could just walk away saying whatever they make up.
That me also phone to stuff like that because you know, as stuff like that me I say no SouFlo, and I like me I grow and I not bash nobody, you know. But that's the only part I don't like with it is when somebody trying to force something on you when you don't believe. If I say I don't believe, we leave it like that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I just not me have a rude boy and nothing else, you know.
All right, my lord. Bless. All right. So listen, people burn them big fire in the comment section and say all kind of derogatory things, but when time them call in is a different kind of thing. I want to see them people and burn a fire upon the phone. So what you have to step on the phone. But we're gonna have an intelligent conversation though. See, the only way people know that I'm not with their agenda is if me and them not hang out. Me and them don't have to hang out. The only way they know, like for instance, again, if I take a contract going to a medical facility, comes to do my job, it's a 13-week contract. The only way they're going to know that I don't like that other therapist here because he's gay is if I voice it or if I somehow act it out. It will leave them with suspicions. Other than that, if people ask me, then it's not something I want to discuss as a topic. I genuinely, truly do not have time to sit down and talk about if I like homosexuality or not, or if I like gay people or not. Like the brother just said, 3 sisters get them neck cut at Jamaica yesterday. Them think they are my focus. And next sister said yesterday she's been raped and molested and everything since she was young. And them think they are my focus. You know what I'm saying? So sexuality is a thing that is so intimate that my personal thing is, me not discuss a couple of things with people. You see religion, we don't get into it. Who is God to you might not be God to me. You see politics, me not get into it because some people hardline upon them politics and will literally kill you if you're for the other side. Or if you say you're neutral, it's the same thing he just said. If you walk away and say, I'm not into politics, they're going to automatically say, yeah, right. That's because you are a Democrat, or that's because you're a Republican, or that's because you're a JLP, or that's because you're a PNP. You know what? A conversation here. But it ends right there. It ends right there. I never give them no guarantee to anything. You know? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLoTV family.
Doing all right?
Am I sounding okay?
Yes, you're sounding loud and clear. Thank you for asking.
The problem that not the discussion, but the animosity that we have towards gay people brings. Think about the animosity they had towards us being black.
Well, you know, check this out. Hold on there. I'm one of them people there, right? That I never liked the fact that people always said that. I can see how it could play because that's how I talk. I'm on both sides. I can argue something that I used to agree with. I can go against it and actually argue it and still make a valid point. I can see where that comes because check this. You can hide your sexuality, right? You can come out and pretend to be something else. And you can walk around and never give anybody a clue. Whereas us as black people, our descriptive characteristics that we carry, me can't go change the texture of me here and come out tomorrow with straight blonde and well at least and not still be a man in a lot of people's eyes. Me can't change my melanin, strip it off, and well, unless me bleach my skin drastically, my nose still won't change the shape that it is. My lips still will not change the shape that they are. You know, so we can't hide who we are in that manner.
But they're not hiding.
Right. But they're
not hiding.
Then that's the thing. That the thing is that they want them to hide it.
But they're not hiding.
But
they shouldn't hide.
And they should hide is what you're saying.
No, they should not.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Because we are walking a very thin line. If we want them to hide and they decide that they want us to hide, okay, we don't want them around, we don't want them to discuss their sexuality, we are actually forcing on them provisions that we don't want for ourselves.
That's true.
So if we want to exist in this country that they stole or brought, we have to coexist.
Right.
In order for us to prosper and move forward, we don't have to bring it home.
Right.
Okay? They can say, okay, you know what? Jamaicans have a high murder rate for their women. We don't want them here. They could start bringing up all the things that are negative about us.
Right.
That they don't want us around.
We are #1 in the world for femicide. I did a video on that.
So we need to be careful. The same stick that we use to measure other people will be measured onto us. So we need to be very careful how we isolate and try to tell people how to live. We need to look in the mirror and measure that same stick onto how we're living as a people. Put our energy into fixing the brokenness within us.
Yes.
The things that are broken in our society, in our home.
Yes.
The things that we turn a blind eye to. So instead of looking at us and fixing us, we're looking at people that may not even pertain to us and what we're doing and trying to fix them.
Right.
Instead of trying to see the pedophilia in our community.
Right.
The rape in our community.
The things that are actually really destroying our community.
That's right.
Right.
They're not destroying our community.
Right.
They're working hard, they're earning a living, they're going to college, they're having families. But we have real problems in our community. Our homes are being destroyed. Our families are being destroyed. We're losing our children. Look how Kevin Smith could go and set up a church in the middle of Jamaica. And people pretend they didn't know he was there. Because we're so busy minding other people's businesses. Take care of the wrong in our home. Take the big 5.
They even brought their children to him. They even brought their children to him.
Thank you.
They brought their children to him. Beard the picnic, dress the picnic up, and carry the picnic go give him.
And the things that we are doing in the name of Jesus and calling it holy, we need to stop. We need to stop.
And we're busy out there just looking at everybody else's lives. We're not progressing anywhere.
God, man, you said no disrespect and then you get disrespectful. So if I kick you out the room, you good with that, right?
Me?
No, this guy on here called Godman. He says no disrespect, SouFlo, then he does it. He starts disrespecting. Like, come on, man.
Oh Lord.
But anyhow.
Yeah, so we need to fix our community. The people, the Black people that are making it, they're running because we want to live. You stay in your community, they're gonna kill you. We want to help. We want to build up the community. But we want to do it from afar because we want to live to enjoy what we work for. We should be able to live in our community and help our people, but we can't.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Batman in Jamaica. I'm afraid of gunman. I'm afraid of jealous motherfuckers. I'm afraid of people who make comments on my thing. See me here? I'm here doing my show. See that? Long clip, right? That's up. Like even in my house, if I hear a click at my door, and who you think I'm looking out for? My own.
That's right.
My own. Not a Batman, not a lesbian, my own.
We need to fix these things.
And they want to kill you.
We need to have our children safe. To play outside and be safe and not thinking one of our own is going to come and snatch our kids.
Exactly.
Molest our children.
Exactly.
The women need to step up and help other women and protect each other's children, not turn a blind eye. In the day when I couldn't walk down the street and not say good morning to an elder. And they would say, well, listen, you know, what you're doing is wrong. And by the time I get home, my mother knew about it. And my mother took care of it, or my dad took care of it. Now you can't even talk to our kids. So we need to help form our community instead of worrying about everything else. Elevate ourselves and our people. And teach your children well. Whatever choices they make after that, that's on them.
Right. Because you can't control them for life either.
No, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? And they're going to make those choices.
They're going to make choices.
Right.
And you're not going to agree with all of them.
Right.
But our parents did not agree with all our choices.
Exactly. Lady, me like you, you know.
We have to respect each other. We have to support each other.
I like
How do you know your neighbor down the street is hungry and don't feed them because you don't like them? You can't live like that and have us to be elevated to another level. But let me tell you all the statistics. Do you know the gay community makes the most money in a family household? Ask yourself why. You don't have to be gay, but you could take some of the things that they're doing to progress themselves. If their family, whatever union they have, is bringing in the most money,
you know what?
Look at it in the statistics.
Let me fix that up real quick because I know there's a lot of ignorant minds in here and they're gonna run with it the wrong way.
Fix it up, SouFlo.
Yeah, because I've actually said this before. Let me use another analogy. A lot of them like to talk about, oh, Chinese people this and Chinese people that. And I've said it the same way. I said, I think we need to take a step back because I used to even beat them. China looked like it colonized Jamaica and we sold out to the Chinese or whatever. One day I took a step back and I looked at it. Like I said, I'm a grown man. I'm able to go back on what I said before and come with something different that is make more sense. I'm looking at it. And so I started reading up on the statistics of who keeps money in their community the longest.
That's right.
How do they do it? Right?
Each other.
Apparently, these people understand. They understand the importance of supporting their own. Exactly. So a Chinaman don't even have to like the next Chinaman. Him and the other Chinaman could be warring even under some, I want to. But if your store is selling the same stuff and it's located anywhere nearby, they might go find the Chinaman store to go put his money in.
Even if he had to walk an extra mile.
Even if he had to drive across town to do it. He's not using the excuse of, well, they were right downstairs and it's convenient, because that's what we do, right? They were right downstairs and it's convenient. No, they will go all the way across town if that's where it's at to make sure that they keep that dollar in their community because they understand economic empowerment. And until we can understand economic empowerment, nobody else will treat us any better because money talk in real life. You don't hear about Chinese kids getting shot down in the streets, pulled over and pass me your wallet, driver's license, and police shoot them, right? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Because they have the money.
Yes. And because when they speak economically.
Yes.
They don't get on social media and suck your mother and your dirty body boy. They don't do that. They go shh and just hurt you economically. So the person who is running everything or the class of people that's running everything, they understand that also. That's why they treat us like that. Shoot down their damn kids. Them people ain't even together anyways. What they gonna do? March a little bit and then what?
What they gonna do?
Yeah. Don't do that shit to the Chinese people them though, because guess what's gonna happen? You see that building down there that we need to keep our organization running and stuff? We won't be able to go in there no more.
Exactly.
You see the other one up there? Guess who owns that one? You see so they are stopped.
So we need to take example from all these cultures that we're against and take some of it into our culture. Their economical advancement of their people.
Yes.
So we can advance.
That's where real power lies. But unity is needed to do that. And for some reason,
needed to do that.
Yes. And we can't lock that part there. And as long as we can't lock that part, we will continue to, like the first caller this morning said, live like a cursed people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not that we don't have the money. Don't fool yourself. It's where we're spending our money.
Mm-hmm. It's been proven that our community makes the most money per capita. Our community.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's been proven.
But where are we spending it? How are we spending it?
We are also the biggest spenders.
I don't understand, and I know Louis Vuitton is going to come after me soon. You have Jamaica that's suffering. The West Indian Islands, let's get it all together, that are suffering. Your auntie home that's suffering, don't have a house to live in.
All right, Chuck, before you go any further, hold on. Keep your train of thought again. Okay. I have to say stuff before I forget it, right? Which reggae or dancehall artist besides Capleton have you ever seen say, big up my dressmaker, Miss Paulette, round at 21st Street and Matches Lane. Big up my tailor. We met the suit on stage and say, you see my suit? The name of his company is this, and he builds suits like this, custom made. Which one of them? What do you hear them say? Because you mentioned Louis Vuitton, right?
Yes. That's
all right.
That's what you know.
All right. Crippling their own people and then rejoicing and acting like it. Man, listen. I could go real deep with it, but a lot not ready.
Of these people who don't even like you, they don't even want you moving into their community. You would buy the Louis Vuitton bag and all the name brands. These people don't like you. They like your money.
And they know that.
They don't like you.
And they know that.
And you will wear it proudly. But the African man or the West Indian man or the Cuban man or the minority down there that's making them leather bags, strong leather bags that would last you for years, you will walk past them and don't support them. We do not support our own community. And the communities that we support don't like us. When did you see Louis Vuitton come in the Black community and give out food? Thanksgiving is coming. Where are they? They don't even recognize you.
They don't. They don't recognize you at all.
They hire you to be their driver.
Right.
But we support them though.
Right. We not only support them, we advertise for them.
Yes, we do.
We wear their brands on the outside so everybody sees it. We make their fashion fresh and current. Because you know,
why are your children wearing a $400 pair of sneakers, but they don't have a library in their house?
We dictate fashion, you know, globally.
Yes, we do.
We dictate fashion globally. So when we say this is hot, everybody says, well, I guess that's what's hot.
And they cater to us.
Yeah, Balenciaga pop up everywhere. Everybody wants Balenciaga because our artists start singing about these things, right? So when they have these platforms to elevate something out of their community and they use it instead, to elevate people in a community that really ain't on your side and doesn't care about you, and is
Exactly.
about their own economic empowerment, then they themselves, how you expect them to respect you?
Exactly.
They're not spending their money like that with you.
No, they're not. Not a dime.
But man, until we get past all that stuff, the low vibrational stuff, anytime it has to do with sex, our people are all into it. And everybody has an opinion. When we elevate past that low vibrational stuff and start talking about things like these and actually start living this, then we will start to see better for us. Until then,
and our children.
Yes.
We have to create jobs. We have to create schools for our children. We have to create jobs for our children. Nobody is going to do it for us. We're going to stay being bottom dwellers until we learn that we have to put money into us.
We have to put unity into us first.
Yes. Yeah.
That right there.
Right there. And that's the clip right there.
Yes. I appreciate you greatly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys have a nice day.
You too now.
And I'm glad I got to court the line this morning.
I'm glad you did too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Live on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you and everybody?
Doing all right. You?
Piggybacking on that caller, I am up here just dancing. I said she hit it right on the head.
She did. She did. She did. We're so focused on things that really don't matter, and the things that are destroying us, we just absolutely don't see it, or we act like we're all blinded to the fact that, you know?
Exactly. I called in yesterday on the subject as well of the family member.
Okay.
And this is the same family where economic. I have been struggling with me and my son to maintain the family home, which my parents, when they immigrated, it was a priority. We always lived in a home.
Right.
I don't know what apartment life living is until I went on my own. And I explained this to my nieces and also to my son. I said, the reason why I fight for the home, because nobody wanted to take it up. Nobody didn't want to do anything, but they want me to fight and do everything. And then they come in and say, yeah, because this was my mother's house or my grandmother's house. But she never put in.
Right.
You never pay a mortgage, you never pay for the grass for cut or lien or anything.
To maintain the place, fix and upkeep the place and all that.
And when it was actually, they all benefited because these were where the grandchildren would come to the house for summer when their parents couldn't manage because they live in up north and I live in Florida. And they came down here for summer, and I had one of the picnic, my niece, tell me, say, you're going to have to pay Daddy. I said, let me tell you something, little girl. I said, when mortgage appear and the property taxes then appear, no. Say, here, sis, here, auntie, here's $100.
So everybody wants to benefit and nobody wants to put in.
Exactly.
Right.
And I said, I have no problem. I said, I would take every one of y'all to court because I have my receipts. I said, because this house is tied into the benefit of my parents who I had to bury where nobody wanted to put his money to deal with the bigger picture.
And the bigger picture is generational wealth. The bigger picture, right? The bigger picture is generational wealth. Because without the house, everybody have to go either find them own house or end up in apartments or not owning a piece of land and owning a property.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, originally because I saw it, I didn't want the house. because I knew I was single and I had a child. To do it by myself, I knew it was overwhelming, but it was the right thing to do.
Right.
And I needed somewhere to stay. Because when they say they always have one in the family that mash up everything. Yeah.
But you understood the importance of that, though. You understood the importance of that. Because you could have went off into an apartment or got yourself your own house or whatever, but you understood the importance of preserving what was already laid down for you and building on top of that, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So I understood that even with and that's what I teach my son as well. I said, son, I said, he's a big grown man. I said, he grew up in that house as well as I did. I said, I'm just earlier today, I was looking at rent.
Answer the phone. The calls are coming in.
But the generational wealth, I said, I don't want to hand this house down to you to the way I got it.
Right.
If I don't do nothing else with the rest of my life to make sure I hand it down something and understand that it's in a predominantly white area. The houses in my community, when they bought that house, it was for $70,000. Right now, as is, that house is valued over $300,000.
There you go.
And then on top of that, there is no mortgage on the house.
There you go.
And I said, these are the things that I've been thinking. I said, now, and my son is 34. He has no children. And I said, we've been struggling, but this is why we're struggling. So whenever you have children, if you have children, this house will always be in our name.
Right.
Because I saw it the same as I had to learn as I went through the process.
And what that means is that the children won't have to go bata all over the place, sleep on people's couch, beg someone somewhere to stay. It's like, man, this generational wealth thing, not to cut you off, but this passing it forward and generational wealth thing is so important and so overlooked by our people for sure. Because most of us, even on this live right now, have had to dig from scratch again, all over again. Because nobody left us anything and we didn't have anything to build on to move forward. It's like nobody wasn't thinking about you and your future when they made you or had you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to go dig and scrape and scratch and fight with the world and try to put something together just for yourself. That alone right there, that process right there of survival, on top of kick them out when them reach 18 and all this, that is one of the biggest things that contributes to so many of us either making it really later on in life or never ever making it at all. Because we've had to struggle from the beginning.
Exactly. And in the process that I have learned so much. I know that on my salary, we can't afford rent out there now.
Right.
I said, so
we're going to keep it short so other people can call in.
True that.
All right.
So basically, on that call back, she's absolutely right. And that's where you have to say, look, I don't know what you did on, but this is what me did on for me and mine.
Right.
And in the story, I'm not in no argument with you. I'm not even, if you want to take it to court, we go into court. But remember, say, bring your receipt.
All right, fam. I wish you all the best with that. And stand firm. All right. And it's about generational wealth and passing it forward. All right?
Exactly.
Manners and respect.
Bless up.
Bless up. All right. Wrap that one up. Yes. So these are the things we should be concerned about. I can probably take one more call. But these are the things that we should be concerned about. And I allowed everybody to have the whole conversation about where Spice are going to perform and is an LGBT event and how it's going to make reggae music look and how people feel about it and all that. I allowed all that to go ahead first. And then we got to the stuff that is actually really important that we're actually really supposed to be either paying attention to or burning a real fire pan. You know what bothers me? What bothers me is when I see the amount of killing, rape, pillaging, and plundering of our own, and then the same people the same people go silent when these things happen. You're wondering, like, which part them there? How come them not say nothing about this? And their excuse is, yeah, me put it in a song. If you listen to my music a long time, I look out against them thing there. No, more you come out and be as vocal about it as you are about everything else. See, it kind of makes you look like you're obsessed with homosexuality and homosexuals on the low, because why are you so vocal about that, but you're not vocal about the things them that are actually tearing up and tearing down our community and our country as a whole, our race, our people? That's what I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really concerned about. So be vocal, but be vocal about, if you're gonna be vocal about that, you have to be vocal about the other things. You have to be vocal about the other things. When a sister come and tell you that this is my experience, this is what I've been going through since I was yay high, and now I'm dealing with mental issues, and I'm dealing with this and dealing with that, you can't just dismiss her all, bonfire upon her too. You're rotted. It's like I'm gonna get one more call, but I've seen them actually make fun of a certain entertainer when he came out and said he was molested as a child. These same figureheads came out and made fun. I'm not calling nobody name this morning, Panda one day, but those of you who know what I'm talking about. Came out and made fun of the man. Oh, a long time, you know, say my bottom man in a car, man, I touch him in my body from him little. Do you know what kind of strength it takes for a man to come out and tell you as a big man, say, yo, man ripped me off when me did little? Why should he feel shame about it? He was a child. An adult violated a child in that manner. And as a grown man where he now has the strength to say, this happened to me when I was that age, you ridicule him. Not only that, you call him Batman. You tell people about a long time in my fish. I tell you I didn't know already, and all that. That is, again, victimizing the victim, which is what we love to do. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. All right, fam. All that calling now, you're not answering me. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Yes, SouFLo.
There we go. Loud and clear. Blessings, family. One.
Yeah, man. What me I say, the old scenario, brother.
Make sure you talk straight to that phone, because your thing already sound like it's off.
All right, you hear me clear? Yo.
Yeah, go on, talk.
Yeah, the whole thing with Spice, me not be a hypocrite. I think if Spice wants to do the show, she can do the show, but do it for the right price.
For the right price?
Yeah.
Because the amount of liquor she take feet, it better be worth it. Because the amount of liquor she take feet, it better be worth it.
It better be worth it. If they give her $1 million, $500,000, she can do the show.
Aye, sometimes I not even money in a farm. Sometimes
it's the money, brother.
So, sometimes I know money. Sometimes some doors open for you to go on to bigger and better.
Yeah, and it's all about cut here and now. These people have money can get somebody bigger than Spice, you know.
Yeah.
So what
them
you put on
do a
Spice
though? Them can't do a Spice though. You bigger than her don't mean.
They don't really need, you know, like them love Spice like that. Dancehall music are one of the only genre of music where they fight against the community, brother.
All right.
So that's why you know them will reach this Spice as a slap in a dancehall face.
That's how you see it.
That's how we see. So if Spice take it, charge the right money.
How about seeing it another way, like this? There's a lot of Caribbean people that are either gay friendly or LGBTQ friendly that live in that part of the world where she will be doing that concert, and they are demanding to see these types of artists take the stage. We had one of them on here this morning who actually said she lived there and she can't wait to see Spice because she got to that event there every year. So how about look at it that way
all
instead?
Right, here what I said to you. You want to know that the whole Caribbean put together is a drop in the bucket to the amount of people who come from those regions.
No, man. In Canada?
No, all right.
That place there in Canada? A whole heap of...
yes, but the amount of people who live in Canada comparing to the people that live in the Caribbean is a small amount of people.
Right.
Yes, so that what I'm saying now, these people could get a Cardi B, but Cardi B will lick them out only for money. You see what I say?
So they kill two birds. Y'all try to them kill two birds with one stone. Them take a cheaper person and then the agenda at the same time.
They slap Sizzla and all of them people there.
Ja.
Yeah, it's the fact. Listen, me don't have a problem. When I live in America, we work with gay people. Me don't have a problem with gay people. As long as them not gay me. Give me the work and pay me when we done work.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. We're not playing a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You understand? You're not giving me a job to make love to me. You're giving me a job to do a service, and when we finish, you pay me.
For my expertise at the job.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the whole thing, what I don't like, is like what I don't like about them. You see when they put the gay thing in the cartoon, they see like when them give this a rated R, include sex content, put up say include gay content. So if you don't want your kids watch, you know, say, yo, you say, mommy or papa, you say, when you say gay content, don't watch that cartoon.
I can't disagree with you upon that because I still don't watch stuff with my kids them already, and I'm thinking, I'm very protective, so I'm thinking this has to be only on the kids channel, only on picnic stuff, blog, and I sit down there still I watch it, I'm spending time with them, and I'm like, whoa, wait, turn it off, stop, and that's how I had to react. So I can't disagree with you with that.
My problem is if
put a warning on it.
I feel business.
Put a warning on it. I agree with you.
Well, what's the next thing now, brother? You see, when you go there, you put in the cartoon, it's like you recruit new members.
Top-notch boss.
Advertise. It's like you advertise like Coca-Cola with advertise, they combine the Coca-Cola and combine the Pepsi. It's like that you advertise. It's more of an advertisement. If you want to be gay, you celebrate among yourself. But when you go to straight people become celebrate with them, they call over some straight people become join you.
No man, but we can't agree with that partner because these straight people actually are cool with these gay people. So in your world now, you see, we have to be real enough. We have to be real enough. Them straight people here, they are good friends with gay people. So when I know nothing to go at them friend event, go turn up at them friend event. And that is that.
So all right. So book some gay artists then and keep it fully gay. But, all right. You see these people on the book spice, me like how them be, them put it up big says that gay event.
But brother, you know, so you listen to some artists who are gay and you don't.
that me not like. You're gay, just come out and say you're gay.
Yeah, you don't even know, a man I sing about him boyfriend and you there they sing the song to your wife and I think say you.
Sam Smith is a gay singer and I like him song them, me a yard man and me listen to them, but him a gay a film sing that.
So why Spice couldn't perform at something? Why them have to book straight people? You is a straight man and you listen to Sam Smith after you find out say he's a man who sing about.
Hold on, you don't listen to Sam Smith.
Me not listen to music like that, brother. I joke. Listen, when I listen to music, I don't care about people's sexuality. I listen to music.
Yes, but listen, what I'm saying, me want a man here just come out and say you're gay so we know where you stand.
Yeah, then that me say all the time. Transparency.
So me no have a problem with gay legalized because the gay them when they walk among us, we go trouble your son, you know, so you say, Papa, walk far from the man there here.
And people would argue and say because somebody is gay doesn't mean that they're a pedophile or pedophilia.
But no. The one them what in the closet will be pedophile because they are secret fish.
Boy, yeah. And guess who those are? They're usually the ones them where we keep close to the family because we say we're not in a gay stuff, so we are stay away from gay people. So we keep Uncle Errol close to the family, and then when you look at that, jump on Uncle Errol lap, Uncle Errol stiff up on her, and poor she don't know what to go on this one into the rubber out.
Just like if I smoke coke, you want to know, because you don't want me, your son hang around me unattended.
See,
you understand what I say?
You say smoke coke?
No, it means if I smoke coke.
Oh, I said that real left.
You know why your son hang around with me unattended?
No, not at all. Attended, unattended, nothing. No attended.
Right. So that's why you see if a man a gay, come out and say you're gay. So I want to know how to deal with you. Because nobody not kill you, because now the place full of gay and lesbian, and for them think that. Yeah, do them, I do them, and yeah, do you.
See, if only people could think
show
like
me where
that.
you stand for my lord.
Yeah, true.
That may I say.
True.
And if Spice I do the show, charge them some big money because if she don't do it, somebody else going to do it. Don't.
That's make it worth it.
Make it, she put the whole culture out there.
Pay me a Cardi B price, make it worth it.
Pay a Cardi B price. Yeah, they can't come in at 50,000, charge them 500,000.
I saw.
That's my input. And as I said, when they put out them gay thing, put say gay content. Because it's like a recruit people, advertise, and put in a commercial to bring over people, kids.
Well, if you understand, so Spice is no longer a local artist, Spice gone international, Spice Japan.
No, Spice international among our peers, brother, because dancehall have a leading and not every American understands.
She has transcended dancehall, though, my friend. She has transcended dancehall. She has transcended dancehall. She's on main television stations in the United States of America. She has and major networks. She has transcended.
Yeah, she's on major networks, I understand. But what I'm saying, dancehall music, a lot of people just like the beat, and then they must switch to chop beat right now, so dancehall is dying. Yeah, you understand what I'm trying to get? A lot of white people like the beat and then just rock to the beat, but the beat changing out to a hip-hop beat.
That's how some youth are doing, man. Dancehall
majority
still
of them.
Yeah, dancehall still there. That's how some youth are doing.
But as I'm saying, it's just that stop dealing with the thing like a commercial where you advertise to bring in people, then just need to keep it among their peers. Make if who want to be fish, go be fish.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
you
that.
Understand?
Yeah, straight up, true talk.
But not take time to fly the like you have somebody in the meditation and you take time to take a morphine in it, slowly kill it.
See.
Just that, yes.
Well,
blessings,
my brother. Manners and respect.
Yeah.
All right. So you see how the brother that voice some opinion without degrade and disrespect anybody. We could all learn from that, man. Big up to each and every one of you. We have 3 minutes left on this live, and definitely I'm ending it in 3 minutes. Let me close out the live. I'm cut off the phone. That means no more calls can come in. Let me turn the phone off. Take it off of the speaker. All right. Let's close out in these 3 minutes like this. What we originally started out with on this subject was Spice doing a show overseas, right? Understand this. That's why we have a saying that says, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Are on a change. Are on a change in the mind now. So as an international artist, she's traveling the world. She's going to be in Rome doing what the Romans do. She's going to be in China doing what Chinese do. She's going to be in Europe, other parts of Europe, doing what Europeans do. She's going to be in the United States of America doing what United States of America people do. And then she's going to be back at Jamaica doing what Jamaica does. She has to be multi-dimensional and be able to slip in and out of all these spaces. And that's just the way it goes. It comes with the territory. It comes with the job. It comes with what she does. Unless you're looking this lady in the face and saying, listen, I only want you to grow this much. I don't want you to bust through the atmosphere. I don't want you champion no cause and go get too big out there. I want you just limit yourself and just stay right as up. Which I don't think it's fair that you should say that to anybody at all, right? What people do in their personal life is their business. Spice, what she had up on the show is a job. And I said it before, it's no different from you going to work and you have gay peers at your job, but you're not quit the job because this is what you went to school for. This is your employment. This is how you pay your bills. So you go there and you interact with them. Don't be a hypocrite. You interact with them. You at the job laughing with the gay jokes and the gay people and all that. So now what she is doing is exactly the same thing. Saying, me not see nothing wrong with it. Go get your money, Spice. Go build your life for yourself. At the end of the day, nobody who's talking, you can't call not one of them and say, yo, Nicholas, school fee due. Yes, my father Spice. Me know say our son name, Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas, school fee due. You can't pay this for me? Then we hang up the phone for you, even if you are Spice. Spice! That's an artist Spice. I call me walking girl. Boy, things rough enough because, you know, I listen to everybody still and I try to please everybody from Jamaica and a certain demographic and see them lock off. in all kind of way. Them will tell you about go roadside to sell orange so them can laugh after you. Remember her? She used to be big dancehall artist that toured the world. Look on her now. Orange she sell my youth out on the sidewalk and them something there. You know? So to each his own. Let's channel our energies into the things that really matter. And to a person like Sizzla, who I look up to because I do, and respect so much because I do, I want to hear him be more vocal or see him be more vocal on all these other pressing issues. That are the people that listen to you. So when you talk, nobody can talk only about this. Talk about everything else we are going, where we need your voice and your strength on. All right? And we're going to leave it right there for this morning. Big up on yourself. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Again, another beautiful show. I appreciate y'all. Without you, this wouldn't happen. I would have just there, so I talk to myself all morning. See? So I'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV on Morning Thoughts. Spread the word so people can come over and join you, whether they agree or disagree. We will all do it respectfully. Yeah? A one love, same way. Catch you later. Peace. Oh, let me put my wife thing in there real quick before I hang up. So it's at Shakira Sphere. Let me write it in the mouth. Dry and tongue tied. And the number to call in, for those who are interested, write it down so you're not asking while the live is going on. All right, so there it is. That's her YouTube, and that's the number to call in. Write it down so you can be the first ones to call in when you want to call in the morning. All right, I'll catch y'all later, man. God bless. Peace.